Oh, hello, 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 folks. Welcome in. Hope you're excited. We got a new game today that we're going to be streaming. We are trying out Civilization. Man, the music is so loud in here. Holy shit. I forget how loud this is. But yeah, we are going to be streaming some Civ. I'm a pretty big fan of the Civilization series. I really like Civ 7. It has its flaws. It's a bit controversial. People aren't as familiar, but I'm a fan. I like it. It does some different things. You have these different, some big things that there's separation between leaders and age and civilizations now, so it's kind of a big deal. God damn, so loud. Okay. So yeah, that's one of the big things about Civilization that people are a little unhappy with, is that now your leaders and civs are separated. So if you're unfamiliar, Civilization VII, if you're unfamiliar with Civilization VII, it has three distinct ages that you go through. The Antiquity Age, the Exploration Age, and then the Modern Age. And so you pick your leader, and your leader stays with you through each age, but your civilization will change, and it's supposed to mirror the rise and fall of civilizations throughout history, right? So you could go from the Roman Empire to, in antiquity, to Spain in the modern or in the Exploration Age, and then that would kind of mirror how Rome kind of spread across the globe, or across the known world at the time, and reached Hispania, and then Spain rose from there, and then in the modern age you might play Mexico, right, as Spain goes and colonizes that region. It's an interesting mechanic. I like it and dislike it. But I enjoyed for the most part, the game, and they have updated maps recently. About a month ago, they updated maps. And so I'm very much looking forward to getting to test out some of the new map generations that they have. Because map generation previously, if you've played in Civ 7, excuse me, previously, the map generation was pretty weak. Everything just kind of looked the same, kind of these same like blocky continents that were all very similar. So we're gonna just test out the new map, see how it goes. And I think if you're playing Civ 7, if you want to go for a long-term campaign, right? If you want to play Antiquity into the Exploration Age, into the Modern Age, you want to do the full game, you kind of have to think about it a bit more than other times, because you have to carefully consider the different civilizations that you have available to you. Right? Now, I don't have the second DLC. I don't own that at the moment. I would like to get it at some point. It has Genghis Khan. It has, I think, Vietnam. I forget what other things are in there. But it has some pretty cool new stuff. But what I'm saying is that, what I was saying earlier is that you kind of have to plan out what you're going to go for, right? If you're going to start out at Antiquity, certain civilizations unlock other civilizations later on, right? Like if I look at Egypt here, Egypt unlocks the Abbasid and Songhai. The Mayans unlocks Hawaii, Inca, and Mexico, right? Greek and Rome, they unlock a ton of people. Where's Rome? Over here. Rome unlocks, yeah, so many people. So you kind of have to think about, even before you start the game, the planning begins for Civ 7, the strategic planning of like, okay, where am I going to go? Do I want to play Axum? Do I want to play Carthage? Where is that going to lead me into? What if I really want to play this empire or in Exploration or in Modern? And so I think, if you're new to the series, to Civ 7 anyways, you really want to consider that as you get more experience and play the game more, and you get into later eras more. So with that being said, let's think about what we want to play. My sort of go-tos have been Axum, Carthage, Maya. I think those are three of the strongest civs, I know everyone has their own kind of varying opinions. I know Mississippian is very, very popular. A lot of people consider them to be one of the better civilizations. Um, I think my favorite is Carthage. But I don't know. I mean, I've played it so much, right? I don't know if I want to do it again. Axum would be interesting because the Abbasid who Axum leads into, right? If we go look at here, Axum unlocks. Oh, Axum unlocks on high. What am I thinking? Oh, you know what it is? Is because the leader I usually pick for Axum is this guy, Batuta, and he unlocks Abbasid. So that I usually have gone for that playthrough several times. So I'm interested in maybe playing the Abbasid because they got nerfed recently. They actually got nerfed pretty hard. I forget exactly what it was, but they do a lot less, I think, science maybe? I'd have to go back and look at the patch notes, but yeah, they got kind of a substantial nerf. So I'm interested to play the Abbasid again and just try it out, right? See how it feels. And gold also has gotten a nerf as well, which is kind of what this these two civs, anyways, the Abbasid and Axum, are really good at is gold. So I'm very interested to try this out. I think we'll go for that. And like I said, I've played a lot of Ibn Battuta. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not, fluent in Arabic by any means. And I think his name is Arabic. And as you can see, I've played him a lot. I have him up to rank 10, which I think 10 is the highest you can get in a leader, is all the way up to 10. So I think we'll go ahead and play him. He is very interesting because every leader in Civ 7 gets their own, gets their own attributes here. Like he has expansionist and wild card. He's the only one who has wild card. If we were to go to somebody, right, like Benjamin Franklin over here, he has diplomatic, scientific, right, because he was a very scientific guy. He worked a lot in diplomacy, right. Ibn Battuta he has expansionist because what he did is he kind of mapped the Arabic world. He went all throughout North Africa into other parts of Africa. I think he went into Central Africa, up into the Arabian Peninsula. I think he went all the way to India. In fact, he traveled, all across the known world at the time, basically. So he gets the expansions. He also gets wildcard attribute because his story is kind of not super. Well, there's a lot of mythology that kind of follows his story. Is what I'm trying to say. He has all of these legends about him. He encountered legendary things, right? So he gets this kind of wildcard attribute. I think as a maybe nod to his mythological kind of status. I'm very mad. Do you see how mad I am right now? And what makes this really unique is that these attribute points, as we'll see later on, are different ways that you can modify your characters. You have attribute trees, expansionist, diplomatic, scientific, cultural, militaristic. Right, you have all these different attribute trees that you can put points into. And getting 2 free attribute points that you can put anywhere is very powerful. It makes this leader very, very strong. He also gets +1 sight for all units, which is incredible for scouting things, right? If you have scouts, they can just see like half the map. It's crazy if they use their special ability. And his unique endeavor, which is trade maps. So endeavors are diplomatic abilities that you can take with other leaders. Trade maps allows you to gradually see another leader's claimed territory is pretty useful. So if you can't get into certain regions, right, especially when you're talking about going across sea to get to faraway lands, right? If you do a trade map, you don't have to send your scouts over there. You can just have the land revealed to you over time. So it's very useful. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this guy. And we're going to go ahead and also do mementos. So mementos are two things that you can choose from to modify your leader slash civ throughout one age, right? You can change your mementos each age. You have the three ages. So one that I really like, especially when I'm playing as Ibn, or well, I should say one that I pretty much universally use is Groma, because it gives you an expansionist attribute point. And what this does is it allows you to select the very first um, expansionist attribute in the expansionist tree, which gives you a bonus to settler production. So it just means that you are more quickly going to be able to get settlers out and expand your civilization. But something I like to do with Ibn is you really want to kind of play into gold production, I feel like, with him. So we're going to go ahead. Where is the gold? Not that one. Not that one. We're not gonna have commanders. Oh, this is a really good one. Lotus Blossom, because it gives you science and culture equal to 4% of your gold income. And when you play as Axum, the civilization that we're going to start out with, you're going to have a really high gold output, usually. So it just means that you're boosting your science and your culture by that much more because of how much gold you're able to turn out. You can also go with, where is it? Right here, Merchant Saddle. This is actually unlocked through Ibn's tree over here. It gives you +1 movement to scouts, explorers, merchants, settlers. And this just means that you can traverse the map a little bit faster than other people. And with the increased sight, you can also see a little bit further. So it kind of doubles up on itself. So that's a pretty nice bonus. Royal Mace is also very good, especially in Antiquity, because Antiquity, you want to be making trades. That's one of the kind of victory conditions in the Antiquity age, is how many things you're trading. So Royal Mace is very good because it's going to increase our gold for each imported resource. So it's kind of doubling up on something you already want to be doing during the Antiquity age. So I do go with that one a lot as well. Is there anything else I would choose besides maybe those two? Oh yeah, there's one. Where is it? I don't know if I'm going to pick it, but Imago Mundi right here increases your scout's range by +2, their sight range. And that is so strong with this leader, because that means we're getting a +3 to our sight. So we can see basically, all the way across the map, especially as we kind of move our scouts along very, very quickly. That allows us to identify the like villages from old civs. They were the villages, right? That would give you goodies that you could get. But it also really lets us identify spots where we want to send our settlers and we want to get new towns up and running. So that one is also very good to run with Ibn Battuta. But we are going to go ahead with, I think what I want to do is, Lotus Blossom is good, but it's going to take us a while to get it up and running. That'll be better in exploration. I'm going to go with just the Royal Mace. It's going to give us +1 gold for each imported resource, so we're going to really want to focus on trade, and Axum is a civ that focuses heavily on trade anyways, so I think this will be a very good combo. And alright, let's go ahead. We're going to play Antiquity. We're going to pick Axum. So if you see, we get +2 gold on our own resources, right? So when we take into account also the things we trade for, right? Resources are basically going to be kind of like a +3 for us, which is very strong. We also have the Howlet. I'm not exactly sure how it's supposed to be pronounced. But it gives us +2 gold. It's a unique improvement that we can put on top of rural tiles, which I'll explain it all to you when we get into the game, right? For those of you who maybe aren't as familiar. But again, just another way that we can get more gold to kind of funnel our or to expand our economy. Also gives us +1 culture for adjacent wonders and other Hawalite, which is just good to have. And then we get a unique trade ship that has increased trade range, which is very nice, right? Just makes it easier to trade to better cities, right? Better cities from the different cities we're going to be working with. And it can't be pillaged, just in case we were at war or something. And then the Dao, which is our unique naval unit, it actually can create its own trade route, which is very good. So we can, what we kind of want to do is we want to focus on getting cities along the coast so that we can get our Dao up, send them out to other cities that are on the coast and immediately make trade routes. And it also means that we're going to have kind of probably command of the sea in the Antiquity Age, which can be very powerful. If you can cut off people's routes from traveling through sea because of how difficult it is to travel across sea at this point, right? We don't have access to larger ships that can sustain going into deep ocean. Being able to control the coast makes us a very powerful naval unit. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this. And the plan is going to be that we're going to go to the Abbasid. And then from there, we're probably going to go into the Mughal. We could also go with Buganda, but I think Mughal's probably better. For people who don't have as much experience in Civ, the reason you want to plan this out is because of the different bonuses and stuff that you get. We want to plan out maybe where we're going to build certain things, right? Like we have this unique quarter in the Exploration Age that we're going to build. And it gives us a bonus for, like this building gives us a bonus for science adjacency, or a science adjacency bonus for quarters, science, and wonders. And this building is going to give us culture adjacency bonus for happiness and wonders, and then happiness adjacency for culture and wonders. So just something we want to think about moving forward is trying to make sure we leave space near our science, culture, and happiness buildings so that we can plop down a madrasa and a mosque. And ideally, wonders are going to be the best, right? Because wonders pair with any unique quarter that these different civs get. So, all right, let's go ahead. We're going to start up a game. The settings I like to play on are deity, usually, because I find in Civ 7, deity is not super challenging compared to other civs. It's definitely most challenging in the early game, so we have to play very, very sharp in the early game. And then I play on standard speed. I'm going to look at these new maps here, because where is it? Maps. Where the hell's maps? Here we go. Continents and islands, I believe, is the kind of new default that replaces. It doesn't replace, right? But it kind of takes over for Continents Plus, which was the default when this game came out. Here we go. Continents and Islands is going to give us what I think is going to be more jagged map type, and give us like larger islands kind of nearby that we could maybe interact with. So I'm very interested to try it out. I had been using Fractal for the most part. That's the one that I really liked in older editions of Civ. But I'm interested to try out how Continents and Islands goes. And we'll play on a large map so that we can get a lot of different civs to interact with. Makes it more unique. Disaster frequency. I know in the patch notes they said that the disaster frequency was actually decreased because some people complained that it was too high. I don't even think it's that bad, so I'm going to increase it to moderate. I don't think it's too bad. Everything's deity here. And then something else I like to change is the... where is it? Age length. Here it is. So age length determines how long the age takes, like how much you progress the age for doing certain actions. And I have found in my experience that playing on standard difficulty, age progression goes too fast. Like when you complete certain goals to progress in age, it just makes the age kind of fly by. I like to play on long difficulty. So it gives you an extra, if you look at this, right, it says ages will last longer. They end at about 240 age progress on standard speed, which is what we're playing at. And on standard, it's 200. So we get about an extra 40 turns maybe out of the game, which I personally like because I like being invested in the different ages and getting to spend time with them. So yeah, let's go ahead. We're gonna do that. Legacy paths look fine. I don't mind them. We got this. I think we're good to go. I believe we're good to go. So let's go ahead and launch the game. The loading screen will take a bit of time here. It does take forever to load up the game, but once we're into it, it should go by pretty smoothly. How are you all doing today, folks? Hope you're doing well, whether you're watching live or in the future. If you like hanging out with me, go ahead and give a follow here on Twitch, and I have a YouTube channel as well that you can check out.
The Wanderer's Road is a long one, but there is no greater traveller than Muhammad ibn Battuta. The Gadi gathers stories, resolves disputes, and compiles judgments for those who seek his wisdom. Take your pilgrim staff in hand and take the first step.
And when we get this little startup screen here, so it gives you a nice little blurb about them, which is very nice. It tells you all about your leader ability, just to kind of remind you everything. And then you have these little tips and hints down here. So this one says, the Dow unique naval unit can create trade routes if you have an open border, which is something you do have to keep in mind. Make sure that you are friendly with people if you're trying to trade with them, because you need open borders to be able to send a Dow unit, because it is still a Navy unit. It is still a military unit. I have made that mistake before. And so yeah, this just saves you from having to use a merchant, which basically means that because when you create a merchant, right, the merchant disappears after you use it, so the Dow gives you that added bonus of, like, not only is it a military unit, but it's also giving you a nice free trade route. We have traditions in here, which I'll kind of go over it a little bit anyways. But you get, like, government policies that you can do, and one of them is going to be the Port of Nations tradition, I believe, which is going to give us extra culture and gold on all of our trade routes. That's very nice. So we definitely want to focus on that. As playing as Axum, we pretty much want to play nice with everyone, because we want to have these trade routes and we want to just get all of the gold. But you can't always play nice. The AI sometimes is going to be mean towards us because they're aggressive or expansionist or whatever.
Triangle-rigged dhows cut the waves as Axum ventures in search of new horizons and new markets. In their walled cities, the rulers of Axum carve their legacy in stone and raise it to the heavens. Take the rudder and hoist the sails of Axum and steer your crew to luxury or conquest. Raise the Hoelti and herald Axum as the lords of the age.
Yeah, the Axum Empire, if anybody's interested in history at all, the Axum Empire is pretty crazy. They had this massive empire, and then one day it just kind of fell apart, just kind of disappeared, and we're not really sure exactly what happened. But they were a very strong empire in in the like Arabian Peninsula, Africa. Like I forget exactly where they were. I forget where the capital was. I'm not 100% sure, but it was very interesting. I remember just reading even a little bit about them. Let's see. All right, we have our unique building here. It tells us just a little bit more about our stuff. Here it is. Here's our unique stuff that we can get. These traditions, which are policies that we can put into our government. So Port of Nations, like I talked about earlier. We also have Throne of My Fathers, which will give us 50% gold in cities that are adjacent to the coast. So cities is something I'll have to explain maybe a little bit as well. This, though, 50% gold in cities adjacent to the coast is so strong. I can't really explain how good this is. Um, you 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 know you kind of want to make sure that you're settling on the coast at that point, but like I said earlier, you want to settle on the coast anyways because you want to be able to create your Dow so that you can have naval superiority and you can send them out for trade routes across the oceans. So this is something that's very, very good. And then +2 culture on resources that are on or adjacent to coast is also very good. It makes not just stuff that is on the coast good, but now if you have resources that are on land, as long as they are adjacent to coast, they're going to give you that +2 culture bonus. Very, very strong. This is something that I think makes Axum one of the best antiquity age civilizations, is their ability to get gold and culture, because gold, you can just use that to buy everything you want, right? Buy all of the buildings. You don't have to waste time spending turns building stuff. You can just buy it, or if you have to buy military units, you can do that as well. And then the culture I think is more important than science in Civ 7, because culture is harder to get, I think. The AI is usually going to have a big culture advantage, especially early on. So it makes it harder for us to kind of play catch up. And in the Antiquity Age, where you have to build a lot of wonders, and wonders are achieved through or unlocked through culture, it makes culture super, super important at this stage of the game. Okay, and then just a reminder on our mementos as well. Let's go ahead and begin. Okay, interesting start. We are down in, looks like a southern pole, probably. If I just scroll up. Oh yeah, this is the North Pole up here, and here's the southern pole. Okay. Uh, that is going to give us access to some mines. As you can see, we have a silver mine. Silver got nerfed and reworked. So unfortunately, what it used to do is it would give you a discount on purchasing units. Now it's just we get extra gold and food in all settlements, which is still good. I mean, it's not bad, but it did get nerfed, so a little sad. Gold used to do something similar, where we'd give you a bonus to purchasing buildings, which made gold absolutely incredible. But now gold, it has a similar effect, where it's, I think, +1 gold, +1 culture, maybe? I can't quite remember. But here we are. We've got our little settler, and we can open up the settler lens, and this will show us the game is going to suggest like places we could settle, right? It says, oh, you should settle here because it's on the coast, which is good for us. It's on our preferred terrain. It's got a lot of resources nearby. Problem is there's no fresh water. Now, as you can see up here, if something is red, you can't settle on it, right? So like mountains or a resource we cannot settle on. But if it's yellow, you can settle it, but you get a happiness penalty because you don't have any fresh water nearby. Now, currently, there is no way to, like if you played Civ 6, you could build aqueducts to get water from a nearby mountain or river and get it to your cities. There's currently no way to do that to kind of mitigate maybe a happiness penalty. I don't know if maybe they'll look to do it in the future. We'll see. But that's why I almost usually like to prioritize settling on green areas, because we don't have that happiness penalty. Um, and the game typically starts you in a location where you just should straight up settle. Um, so yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and settle here. I don't think moving to any of these spots gives us that big of an advantage. Maybe the game knows something that we don't. Maybe the game understands, right? Because it obviously can see everything that we can't, because it's all blocked off by Fog of War. Um, Maybe the game knows that, like, oh, there's extra resources here that if we settled in this location, we could access, right? But I think it's probably not worth it. It would take too much time to, like, move over here. Or actually, It might not take too much time, but I don't see any reason. I think we're fine here. We're settling on a river as well, which is pretty good. So let's just go ahead and found our settlement. We have the beautiful city of Axum. So, I talked a lot earlier about attributes and the fact that we are a wildcard attribute. So you look over here, we have a little arrow with a 1 on it. So first off, this shows, at a glance what we have on our stats, right? +5 gold, +10 science. You can see it's up over on the left-hand side as well. But this little arrow signifies that we have an attribute point we can spend. And these are the different leader attributes you can go into: culture, diplomatic, economic, expansionist, militaristic, and scientific. I think they gave some of this stuff a rework. So it's been a while since I've had a look at it. But we're going to go ahead and head over to expansionist because, like I said, they didn't change this, which thankfully, I don't think it's overpowered or anything, but it is very nice early game for us to get this. Plus 25% production towards training settlers. We're going to claim that. And so we need to first have 5 population in order to begin training a settler, or building a settler, however you want to say it. But once we get there, we will be 25% faster than the AI at producing settlers. At least, if we are taking everything at base value, right? Maybe the AI is going to have a higher production value than we are, but we're at that point we're kind of mitigating it by having the plus 25% bonus. And then here's our little city. It looks beautiful. The art is very well done in this game. They kind of went away from the cartoony art they had in the past, right, in Civ 5 and Civ 6 especially. I know they got a lot of complaints when Civ 6 came out that it was too cartoony. I didn't mind it. I liked it. But I do think that the more realistic art they've gone for is absolutely gorgeous in this game. And you'll see as our city here gets built up, we're going to have different things, and it's going to look amazing. Okay. So let's go ahead and start our production. In old editions of Civ, you used to start with a warrior. They have changed it so that now you just choose to produce a scout or warrior on your first turn, and then that is effectively, the same thing, right, as starting with a warrior. It's just that you get to choose, and it's mostly because choosing a scout is usually better, honestly, because starting with a warrior, unless you wanted to go out exploring the world for some reason, you might run into some trouble, right, with hostile factions or whatever, barbarians they were in the old games. You wouldn't need a warrior. So we're going to go ahead and use a scout. Oh, whoops, not that. Scout, I was too busy looking at this. This looks beautiful. The UI has gotten some redesign, some love, which is fantastic. Because the UI, I mean, it's still not great. But the UI when the game first came out in February, which I had it on release, the UI was horrendous. Absolutely horrible. It is significantly better at this point. And as you can see, there's even a little thing that tells us what the scout does. Nice little drop down kind of here, or text box or whatever, that tells us what everything does, which is very nice. Okay, so yeah, we're going to build a scout. And there isn't anything else we can do, but I will just very quickly kind of run you through some of the things, just if you're new to Civ. We have our social policies here. We don't have any unlocked yet, but once we have government and we start to get social policies, which I think we technically will get on, turn 13 it looks like. We'll get chiefdom. Then we can start putting in policies, which will give us nice bonuses. Resources, currently don't have anything that we can put in Axum, so nothing to worry about there. Great works, these are things that are going to be good for victory conditions for this age. Currently don't have anything, but you see we have a slot that we can put it in. Religion, we will be working towards founding our own pantheon shortly. It's going to take us some time, but we'll get there. And it'll give us bonuses that we can play around with. And then this just shows us what civs we have unlocked in future ages, right? The Abbasid, which we have automatically because we're Ibn Battuta. But other civs that we could unlock for exploration and even modern age. As you can see, like Mexico, Meiji, French Empire. These are all modern era civs. Oh, whoops. What the hell? There we go. I accidentally hit this, and this menu is totally new. So it kind of threw me off. Wow, this looks really nice. It did not used to look this good, let me tell you. It was like a big gray screen over on the right-hand side that had like all of this information. It looked like shit. This is very nice. Okay. But yeah, let's go on. Oh, I guess maybe the last thing I should explain is the way that the game works, right? We have the three ages like I talked about. So we have age progress that we're going to work towards. These little red dots are going to tell us about the crisis. The crisis is basically just like something that makes the game harder in the end game to make it a little bit more difficult for everyone and like wear you down. But the thing that progresses the age are the different legacy paths. So we're going to have to work towards these. Culture is you have to build world wonders, right? So if you build one world wonder, we're going to go tick up to 1. Then we're going to tick up to 2, to 3, to 4, to 5, to 6, to 7, right? And for every tick you get, there's, as you can see, these little legacy markers here, right? If you reach them. If we reach the first one, we get a legacy point. So a cultural legacy point is going to be something that will allow us to upgrade our civilization as we enter into the next age, the exploration age. If we get all the way to the third one, the golden age, it gives you a unique option. In the culture legacy path, for example, it gives you the chance to move to create amphitheaters that are golden age amphitheaters. So the amphitheater is a building that we can get in this antiquity age. We could keep it into the next age if we were to reach a golden age, making it retain its bonuses, which, if you invest a lot into it, could be extremely valuable. The opposite, though, of a golden age, conversely, would be a dark age. So if we actually don't succeed at reaching the first milestone in a legacy path, whether it's cultural, military, science, or economy, you can have the option for a dark age, which gives you a big bonus, but a penalty as well. And that's just something to kind of balance out the fact that maybe you didn't have the best of times at a certain legacy path. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a boost, but at a price, right? And then we have military here. Military, we need to have towns or cities, which I'll explain as we kind of expand and get more towns. But we need to get all the way to 12, right? If we get up to, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what we need to hit at minimum. We get our first point, 7, 8, 9 to hit the second, and then 10, 11, 12 to hit the golden age. For science, we need to get codices, which codices are things that you unlock throughout the science path. If you master different texts, you get codices, so you get, 3 to get here, 6 to get here, and then 10 to get here. And for the economy, you need different resources like I talked about earlier. We're going to need different resources slotted into our different settlements, which are, where is it? Right here, right? So we need to get up to 20 different resources slotted into our different settlements. It's pretty easy to get and should be very easy since we're playing Axum, which is trade heavy. So, but yeah, we're ready to go. Let's move on to the next turn. All right, so now we're going to get a choice for our technology. Let's go ahead and take a look. And let's view the whole tech tree first to get a better idea of what we want. Just need the UI to load here. There we go. So we want to get to, well, I'm interested in getting the Colossus as a world wonder because it's going to give us even more resource capacity, right? Gives +3 resource capacity to the settlement it's built in. It's also going to give us an economic attribute point, which is very good because we are an economic heavy civilization right now, and we're going to go into another civ that could benefit from it. But what you really want out of your tech is production. Technology pairs extremely well with military. Now, we're not necessarily going for that. We're not going for military with this civ and with this leader. But we do want to get to production because production just means that we can build more buildings, more wonders, more of everything faster. And that is kind of the name of the game, is production. So we definitely want to try and get to the barracks as fast as we can. And then we want to try and get to the blacksmith as fast as we can, right? So we could, if we wanted to, just click on military training. And it will select everything that is going to lead us there. The problem here is that we don't get our Dow, which is our unique unit. And we don't get a fishing key. And a fishing key is good on the coast, which we are going to be settled on the coast a lot, because that's going to be one of the big bonuses that we get. And also, if we just look around, right, what do we have near us? Well, we've got a lot of forests, only one mine, and then we've got a lot of coast. So if I go into the tech tree again by clicking over here on the tech logo or whatever you want to call it, and I view the tech tree, I go back here to pottery. Pottery gives us access to the brickyard, which is going to provide a +1 production bonus for improvements from clay pits, mines, and quarries. We only have one of those, right? We only have one mine over here. Nothing else is going to give us a bonus. So that's actually not that great. What is pretty good, however, is the saw pit. That's going to give us a bonus to camps and woodcutters. Woodcutters are going to go on these forest tiles, and a camp is going to be right here. Or, excuse me, that's a pasture. I'm totally wrong. Don't listen to me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. However, the part about woodcutters is 100% accurate. You can see here it says even improved with a woodcutter, and that's going to be really good. The question that I'm having is, do I want to get sailing first to get the fishing key and the Dow so that we can start trading with people immediately and increase our food? And our food is going to increase the rate at which we gain population, which means that we're going to be able to produce settlers faster. And it means, you know, the level at which we expand is tied to our population as well. I don't know. There's only one woodcutter near us, right? There's only one forest near us. All the other ones are out here. So I do actually think, in this situation, I'm going to go for sailing. I want to get to these pearls, right? Pearls are going to give us a happiness bonus, which is great. Happiness is good because it leads to celebrations, the more happiness you have. Right, if I go to social policies and I click on overview, I get here happiness. I have 39 turns to my next celebration. And a celebration is just going to give you a massive bonus to your like overall civ. It gives you bonuses to your science, to your culture, to your production. It's incredible. And there are actually civilizations that revolve around happiness and getting celebrations. Those are pretty fun civs to play. Maybe we'll do it sometime on stream. But what was I talking about? The hell was I? Oh, yeah, pearls. So we want to work towards that, which once we have the fishing key unlocked, right, we'll be able to place that on the coast. And we can build on the coast anyways for rural improvements, they're called. And we want to work towards fish as well, because that's another food resource. It just means we're going to get to increase our population that much faster. So I think that's what we're going to want to do. What I think we want to do is go sailing, and then we want to get animal husbandry. We also want to get pottery, because pottery is going to lead to writing. Writing is going to lead to the library. The library is going to increase our science, and science means we will be able to get through the tech tree faster. So there's a case to be made for going pottery writing first. But I think, like I said, because we can't make use of the brickyard, you know, we don't even get the other bonus of having plantations or clay pits near us for the +1 food, +1 production, right? We would get +1 food on pastures from the saw pit, so that would be good for here because this is a pasture. But I think because we have so much coast nearby, because we want to get the Dow unlocked so that we can start trading with people as fast as we can, I think this is going to be the best choice. I might be wrong. I'm not an expert on any means. I have a lot of hours in this game, but I'm not a professional. So yeah, we'll get this unlocked. And then I think we will go animal husbandry. And then I think we'll actually go into masonry. And the reason that masonry is so good is because it gives you the monument. Monument gives you a lot of culture. And it gives you influence. Now, influence is this little guy, the little world kind of looking thing, globe looking thing. Influence is used on diplomatic actions, and it is the most rare resource in the game. So stacking influence is very important. So that's what I think our plan is going to be. We're going to go sailing, animal husbandry, sailing, animal husbandry, and then masonry. And then we're going to come back. We're going to hit pottery, writing, irrigation, bronze working. We're going to go to, from there, maybe we double back to currency so that we can get the market and the Colossus, maybe. And then we work towards getting blacksmith, or maybe we just go to blacksmith right away and then try and get to currency. I'm not sure. We'll kind of see how the game goes. But let's see. We can go ahead and build. I think... I don't know if I want to build a granary. The granary is not as good in Civ 7 as it is in other Civs. The +1 food is good. We only have one pasture, though. We don't have any plantations. And farms are going to be built on areas where there's, like, no improvements. Or nothing else. Like, there's no wood. There's no mines, right? So we only have a couple places we could put farms. So it's not that great. I'm going to go ahead and put another scout in. And you know what? It's going to take us 12 turns. Let's do... Click back on Axum. Let's do 2 scouts. Or, no. You know what? Let's do a scout and a warrior. I want to make sure that we don't get attacked by any hostile factions. So I definitely want to get a warrior, you know, eventually. So let's do that. And then we can command a unit here. We have our scout. So scouts have a unique feature. They can do the lookout ability, which is where they plant themselves and just increase their sight range by 1. So currently my scout, you can see it has 1, 2, 3 sight range. The scout typically has 2 sight range. We are playing Ibn Battuta, so he has +1, so we have a 3 to our scout range. This would make it 4. He would just sit put, and we would be able to see everything that is within 4 of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You can also do the search ability, so it increases your sight range by 1 for the turn, and it reveals all discoveries within twice that range, right? So his range right now is 3. We do the search ability, the sight range goes to 4, and then we double it for discoveries, so that's 8. Discoveries are things like mountain tiles and the old, what they're called, goody huts. The different discoveries that you can get, like bonuses, right? Like increase, like a science boon where you get like 20 science or whatever, or 20 culture or something like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and not even move him, because I don't know which direction I want to send him. Do I want to send him west, east, north? I'm not sure. So I'm just going to do this first, and it'll give me a really good idea of where to send him. Boom. And I can see right away I have a campfire over here. That's one goody hut. I have a ruin over here. That's another goody hut. And then I have a luxurious encampment over here. That is another goody hut. Oh, and we also have a goody hut right here, a ruin. And then we have a goody hut over here, a campfire. So very interesting. I think what I want to do is I want to send him 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I want to send him down to this guy, this goody hut, and then back up to hit this one and come back and hit this one. I think that might be the plan. But that is going to be it for this round, so let's go ahead and go to the next round. Oh, our population increased, so we have a choice to grow our city. So when you get a growth event, as they're called, this is going to allow you to place down a rural tile, a tile improvement, right? And my god, this UI looks so fucking beautiful, dude. If you haven't played Civ 7 before, and you don't know how dog shit this used to look, you wouldn't understand. This is incredible. This is so gorgeous. Oh my god. I tell you, I haven't played in a month. I haven't played since the update hit. This looks so good. And it tells you even in the corner, or on the left-hand side there, it shows you exactly what the bonus is, too. And I could hit spacebar here to see even a more in-depth breakdown. That's cool. Okay. So I want to... I definitely want to get over here, right to the wool, because it's going to give me +2 production, +2 happiness, which is fantastic. I definitely want to get over to the pearls, because it's going to give me +2 happiness, in the capital at least, and this is our capital. Fish is going to give us +3 food, very good. And then silver, +1 gold, +1 food in all settlements. Good, but not great. Not yet, at least. This will be good as we have more settlements, right? Because the bonus will stack. So I'm looking more at these 3. I want to get to these 3. So what's the best way? Well, it's actually, I think, going to be right here. A farm right here is going to give me access to this tile and this tile, because when I expand, it'll go boom, boop, boop. It'll give me these 3. Everything that's adjacent to this tile will expand. And this is also giving me 2 food, 1 happiness, whereas this tile is only 2 food, this is only 1 food, and this is only 1 culture. Now, culture is incredible, don't get me wrong, but we need to grow as fast as possible. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to put this down. That is fantastic. Yeah, beautiful stuff. We get a nice farm there for the moment. And let's get our scout. So we're going to move him 1 tile. And then if I hold right-click, I can see where he would go. Right, 2 turns to get there, 2 turns to get there. 4 turns to get here if I were to go a direct route. The best route seems to be going down here, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, there's a river there. Interesting. Alright, let's go to the next turn. Nothing to do. Let's just go on to the next turn. We don't need to change anything up right now. And what do we get at our goody hut? Worshippers have congregated under the torchlight of a shrine. The image of their deity looks down on them from a pedestal, forgotten by some, but not all. Alright, we have a choice. We can exalt the deity, which will give us 45 culture. That is massive. So we're producing 10 culture a turn, and it's going to take us 10 turns to get to chiefdom. That means it's going to take us 100 culture. This will basically cut that in half. Or we could choose to tear down the statue, right, to deface it. That will give us 75 gold. We're producing 5 gold a turn. So 75 gold is, as you can tell, a lot. That is 15 turns of gold. So 15 turns of gold, or 4.5 turns of culture. Well, culture is very valuable, but I think when we just look at the math, 4.5 turns of culture is not even close, in my opinion, to 15 turns of gold. And we want gold because we want to use that gold to buy buildings and to buy units so that we don't have to spend time building them, right? And that's, as a civ that is going to be really focused on gold, I think this is what we want to do. I think this is the play. So let's go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, we ran into a very old shrine and we destroyed it, we broke it apart and took it for all it was worth. Sorry to the ancestors who lived here. Your civilization has crumbled and ours is now rising. Okay, we've got our scout up now that it's back to our turn. So something you need to know about terrain in this game is there is flat terrain and then there's rough terrain. So you can see this is a tundra, but it is flat. This is another tundra that is flat. This is a tundra that is rough. Rough terrain automatically ends units' movements. It doesn't matter how much movement they have. If they step on rough terrain, their movement is ended. Now, the only difference is if there's a river there. Rivers also end a unit's movement, even if the terrain is flat. So what I want to do is I want to go... Let's go right here. And I have an interesting conundrum now. There is a wetland here. Wetland, I think, will end our turn. I think wet means that it's going to end our turn. I'm not exactly sure. But I have an interesting decision to make. Should I use my search ability again? Or not? Right? Should I just move further up? And I think the best play is probably just to move up towards this goody hut. If I search, I'm only going to discover things that are over here. And I already kind of know that there's a goody hut here that I want to head towards, so I just want to use the movement and just go up here. I also noticed something that is concerning: a hostile scout. So hostile units have the red outline along them, and this is a scout, which means that it is a independent power, which is what the new barbarians are called. They're called independent powers. They can become city-states later on, but it's just Civ 7 took barbarians' independent powers, morphed them into one, and they start out as either hostile or neutral, and they eventually can become a city-state over time. The fact that this scout, though, is over here and can see us means that A, there's a hostile independent power close to us, and B, they're about to know that we are here, which means they're going to start sending units after us. Now, I'm only 3 turns away from getting my scout, so I don't think I want to end the production on it. I think I want to keep it, because we want to head towards these other goody huts, right? But we are definitely going to want to make sure we focus on warrior next. I could almost even purchase it, but not quite. Alright, next turn we have another growth event. Very nice. Oh, and the number down here is the production. So 2 turns to make this unit, and then 9 turns to a growth event. And I think we want to go for the sheep here, the pasture, wool, because it's going to give us +2 production, +2 gold, +1 happiness. Overall, this is a net of 5 bonuses. The pearls are also very good, right? It's a 5 bonus, technically. 4 gold on this and 1 food. And the gold we obviously want. But I would rather have 2 gold, 2 production. I think that is better than just a flat 4 gold. So we're going to go ahead and claim that. And if we look to our resources, we now actually have the wool here in Axum. So Axum is now getting +2 production and +2 happiness. So from 7 to 9, from 7 to 9. Very nice. Okay. This guy's going to move automatically because we already told him to move. Oh, and that is a problem. There is another independent power here, and they are also hostile. Oh boy. And they're military, a military independent power, which means that they are going to be, they're going to really focus on just producing military units. Which means they could become a problem for us. Alright, we have our next scout. Oh, and look at this. The warrior went from taking 6 turns to 3 turns. Just because we claimed this one area, right? We get +2 production from the tile, right? +2 production. And then we're getting +2 production from the wool. That is very strong. We're going to want to produce, I think, another warrior. After this one, 2 warriors for the price of what was once 1 warrior is very good. Don't quite think I don't think the granary is just worth it. You know, these farms that we have, we only have 1, right? We're eventually going to have a few more. But our city's going to expand. These rural tiles will soon become urban tiles when we put other buildings on them, right? Like, for example, if I wanted to purchase the granary, I could build it here, and it would replace the farm. You can see in the left-hand side, it would replace the farm, and it would become a urban district. We don't want to do that, obviously. And over time, like I said, these areas are going to become other urban tiles. So I don't think it's worth it to build the granary because of the setup we have, right? These mountains are in the way. It's just not worth it. Right. This scout, you know what might work? I might just send him here. It'd take him 2 turns to get there. 3 turns to get there. 4 turns to get there. I think instead of sending this scout here, up here, and then over here, I want to obviously still send him up here to get this goody hut. He might die because this unit, this swordsman over here in a hostile independent faction might attack him. So I'm going to send him immediately up here towards this to grab it. And you know what? It looks like there might even be a mountain here. I'm not exactly sure. It might be cut off. Which would actually be really good for us because it would mean that we're pretty walled off. We're pretty protected. But I'm assuming since we can't see the mountains that it's just going to be flat terrain. It's going to be like a little passage. Alright, that's the end of that turn though. Yeah, you can even see from this. It's a valley right here. This little area is a valley. Got some nice resources over here though. Alright, let's send this guy. Hunters have perfected a recipe for curing meat so that it does not spoil. Perfect for travelers enduring prolonged journeys. We could study the curing process, 4.5 turns of science, right? We're producing 10 science, so 45, 4.5 turns. Or enjoy the food, we would get 30 food to Axum. Axum is currently producing 7 food, so that's about 4 turns. A little bit more than 4. What we want to do though is hit this little button here, this little list, and I want to know how many turns or how much food we need for population growth. 61 is what we need. So, if I just go back to discovery choice here, do this, we're cutting it in half. So this would go from 7 turns to 3 or 4 turns. Whereas if we do study the curing process for our science, this would go from 6 turns to 2 turns, maybe even 1. I'm not exactly sure if the half will carry over to 1 turn. That feels way better to me. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And look at that, yeah, 1 turn. From 6 turns to 1 turn, we will have our sailing tech. That is excellent. And then this guy, go right here. Oh, he could. Okay, so a beloved prophet has been exposed as a charlatan. The scandal. By followers who claim they were bled of all their wealth. They don't care about the money, they say, only justice. We could bring the charlatan to justice. They will give us 100, or we will get to keep the 100 gold from the charlatan when we bring this fellow to justice, which is incredible. I mean, absolutely incredible. If we're doing 7 gold a turn, like, yeah, that's fantastic. Our unit, however, would take 75 damage, right? And he has, if I could click on him, where is he? Let me X this. He only has 100 health. So he would be very close to death, and he's near a hostile independent faction. So he could die literally this turn if this hostile faction attacks him. We could also leave justice to the gods. We could just say it's fate, right? That would give us 50 happiness. That is about 6 turns, right? 5, 6 turns. I think the 100 gold, that is so incredibly worth it. I'm taking the damage, and I'm just going to run my scout as far away as possible. Hope he doesn't get attacked this turn. Look at that, 214 gold. Absolutely beautiful. The charlatan is hauled away in chains while his former followers consider their folly. Beautiful stuff. And I could even purchase this warrior now if I wanted to. I don't have any reason to. We're not under threat of attack. But if we see some hostile military units show up, we know that we can purchase some military units and defend ourselves.
The fair breeze blew, the white foam flew, the furrow followed free. We were the first that ever burst into that silent sea.
Very beautiful little poem, I believe. Samuel Taylor Coleridge? Not really familiar with the individual. I don't know poetry well at all. But we have unlocked sailing, and you can see it tells us we have unlocked 4 things. We have our fishing key, we have the dhow, we have embarkation, or embarkation, I should say, which will allow all standard land units to traverse coastal terrain. That's excellent. So now if we wanted to, we could send scouts along the coast to maybe avoid some hostile areas. And we get +1 food on fishing boats. So, our next thing we're going to do is probably put a fishing boat here. So we'll get a food improvement there, which is excellent. And then we want to look to build a fishing key as well. And we have a narrative choice now. The Traveler. This is a unique narrative choice that we get because we're playing Ibn Battuta and we have unlocked the dhow, I believe. Or maybe it just has to do with unlocking science. I'm not sure. But it says, many paths lead out from Ibn Battuta city. Some disappear over the horizon, but others wind their way to more local destinations. So we have a choice. You almost always want to choose one of the 2 that gives you like a story event, right? Or a quest. Choosing this one would give us +1 production in all settlements. I think for the rest of the game, which is very good, but doesn't really help us immediately. We only have 1 city right now, so +1 production is really not that crazy. Plus, the quests are usually better in general, as long as you can have the time to complete them. So a great journey awaits will give us 25 culture when we meet all civilizations, at least all civilizations that we have access to, because the map is split in 2 at the moment. 25 culture is 2.5 turns, not crazy. And we could choose the neighboring land is rich with promise, which will give us a migrant in Axum. A migrant is just basically someone who has immigrated to your culture or to your city, and it counts as a free rural tile, right? Someone moved into your city and has adopted the land and is living there now, providing for your civ. All we need to do to get this is train a settler. I think the 25 culture, not really worth it compared to getting a migrant, which is going to allow us to expand our empire a little bit, right? It's a free, if I choose this and we complete it, the migrant is like, oh, I just get to claim one of those resources, basically, right? As long as we're close. And trading a settler is something we want to do right now, basically. So I'm picking that one. We are at 3 population. So 6 turns until we get to 4, and then it'll be, 10 turns until we get to 5. So, and then, we'll start training our settler. So we definitely want to do that. Now, I also have a question here. What do I want to build? We definitely want to get at least 1 warrior up and running because we know that there's 2 hostile independent powers near us. I also want to build a fishing key because this will give us a bonus on fishing boats. I also do want to build a dhow, though, right? So that we can start traversing the coastal lands and meet other civs and trade with them. I think... Fishing key is pretty good because this is going to allow us to get to settler. So I think I want to do this, and I'm going to place the fishing key. Which one's better? I don't know that it matters. But I think because we know that we want to go to fish soon, if we place a tile here, right an urban tile, it will do the same as a rural tile. We will claim the land near it, which means we'll claim the fish. I'm going to go ahead and put a fishing key there, and I'm going to move it up in the production queue, so that once we complete this warrior, the fishing key will now be next in line. And I'm going to put a Dow. You know what? I'm going to put 2 Dow in the build queue, just because I know I want them. So I want to have those eventually. Let's go ahead and exit out. Choose our new technology. Yes, we are going animal husbandry into masonry. So I'm going to click on masonry right now. So it'll just do this automatically. I won't even have to worry about it. And we need to send our scout somewhere. Well, I want to keep him away from Guthayuda? Gudayuda? I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. They're Goths, so Gudayuda maybe makes sense. So I'm actually going to move to this tile right here. And then we're going to do our search ability. Ooh, beautiful stuff. The land over here, look at all of these beautiful resources. There's 2 goody huts. It's not on the coast, or at least maybe not right now, but there's a big navigable river right here. So that could mean that there's actually coastal land over here, which would be excellent for us. And yeah, if I wanted to, I can do I can pre-check how long it will take him to get to places by holding right click. Yeah, 4 to get to each of these. I say we send him up top. Alright, and our other unit, kind of an awkward spot for him. I do want to get over here. You know what I think? This guy, I want him to go this to 1 goody hut, 2nd goody hut, 3rd goody hut down here. I think that's the route I want him to take. He's going to kind of do like a loop and hopefully avoid the Gudayuda. Gutayuda? I don't know. The Goths. I'll just call them the Goths. This guy, let's start sending him over here so we can try and claim these 2 goody huts. Alright, let's go to the next story. Oh boy, I hear swords. I don't know if you all heard that. Oh, it's because my swordsmen are finished. That's why. My warrior, I should say. And yeah, the different civs have their own different kind of designs for military units and stuff. It's very cool. You know, very culturally and historically accurate, or at least close, I think. So that's cool. We want him to just be on alert. Or actually, let's send him out this way to kind of act like a little bit of a scout. Maybe these warrior units will be able to give us a better idea of where that hostile independent faction was. All right, everything else is good. Let's keep moving. All right, warrior, let's send him. He could actually claim this. It doesn't just have to be scouts who claim goody huts. Anybody you control, any unit you control can claim a goody hut. So you know what? Let's send him down here. Why not?
In the calm darkness of moonless
Ooh.
nights, in the lone glare of day, the snows descend upon that mountain. None beholds them there.
We found a natural wonder, the Torres del Paine. Can't remember where this is. I think it's in South America. I'm not sure. But if you're unfamiliar with Civ, natural wonders give bonuses, just passive bonuses, um, to a Civ that has it in their empire. So this one gives you +1 food and production on tundra terrain in that settlement, the settlement that has control over it, right? And you, as you see, you can put an expedition base here, which is a rural tile improvement. So when you improve this tile, any settlement that has the settlement that has that improvement is going to get +1 food, +1 production on tundra terrain. So you could, I think, split it up, right, and have like 3 different cities or towns or whatever, 3 different settlements that have it. I'm not sure if you double up on it, if it stacks. Like if you have all 3 of these, is it +3 food and +3 production in that one settlement? I'm not sure. You have to let me know in the chat if any of you know that, or maybe I'll just look it up online at some point. But that is pretty nifty because we have all of this tundra near us. So maybe we want to settle over here a little bit, get this natural wonder. Okay, let's go on to the next turn. Ooh, another independent, hostile independent scout. That is concerning. All right, we're gonna go here this turn. Players use lone sticks to whip a wicker ball across a grassy field as wealthy patrons look on. A goal is scored, bets are collected. Visitors are taught how to pay. We can watch the game to gain gold and happiness, or we can learn how to play to gain some culture. Now, the thing is, as far as I'm aware, the way that this game works is that if you have if you go over on like culture and science, it doesn't quite carry over the way it used to in older games. It's not as good as it used to be, right? If I did this, learn how to play, and got 45 culture, my culture would, obviously this would increase, right? Because we need 20 culture to get to chiefdom. But the extra 25 culture would just kind of be lost. So I think we just want to go for watch the game to get some gold and some happiness. And we have another choice over here. The discontented subjects of a departed lord have disturbed his tomb. Excuse me. They haul out the riches buried with him, tribute stolen from their own chapped hands. Not much has changed, I tell you, in thousands of years. We can reclaim the stolen tribute for 75 gold, or we can rebury the lord with dignity to gain some culture. Again, I don't think the culture's really worth it because we're so close anyways, and it won't carry over. If it carried over, this would have been great. 90 culture, right? 45 and 45 from the 2 would have been insane. I would have done that. But I think let's just go ahead and get the 75 gold. And we can get ready to move on to the next turn. Alright. Now we want to command this unit here. Oh, did someone claim that? Oh, I think it looks like another Civ got here before us to this goody hut. That is unfortunate. How long will it take us to get here? 5 turns? Yeah, 5 exactly. This would bring us really close, though, to the Goths. And I don't know if I want to do that. What's the best play here? I mean, I'm interested in investigating more of this. Oh, it looks like we have a lake over here that the river goes into. But I want to get the goody hut. That's the thing. Let's just go to this tile. Ah, there it is. We met a new civilization.
Simplement, citoyen Lafayette, s'il vous plaît.
Let's give him a friendly greeting. Because we want to trade. We want to be very friendly with people. We want to do a lot of trading. We could also do trade map with him, which is excellent. It will allow us to become more friendly, and it will show us his territory. So let's go ahead and do that. He supported it. Okay, so when you do a diplomatic action, it can be accepted or supported. In this case, because he supported it, we will reveal each other's claimed territory over time. If he had only accepted it, then only I would have been able to see his claimed territory. Against the AI, I don't know how big of a difference this is, but if you were doing a multiplayer game, this would obviously be a huge deal. Oh, and you know what? Let's go click on Lafayette again. First, let's just check out. We can see that we're doing better in gold. We're equal in science. He's doing pretty good in culture and happiness compared to us. He's doing better in influence as well, which is kind of a big deal. And we are currently neutral with him, our relationship. But we did have a friendly greeting, so that's good. If we go over here, you can see again, when we first met, tells us his relationship status with people. Not romantic relationship either, you weirdos. And tells us about his government type, which is a classic republic. We will get a government type very shortly. We just have to research chiefdom first, which we're almost done with. So he's getting extra culture and production on wonders. If we were to select classic republic, we would actually share a government with him, which would give us another bonus. That would actually be a relationship bonus, is shared government. And then this tells us about the leader, tells us about everything that he does. If you want to read this, you can kind of check it out. Tells us things that he dislikes, likes and dislikes as well. How you can increase or decrease your relationship with him over time. And then tells us a little bit about the Greek Empire, their unique abilities, right? So yeah, something to know about Lafayette is he likes civilizations with quarters, dislikes if you have too few quarters. And a quarter is just when you have 2 buildings in a district, right? In an urban district. You can have up to 2, that makes a quarter. Okay, I'm here. I know he's over here somewhere. I actually don't think I even want to do... I was thinking of doing the search ability. I don't think I need to do it anymore. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's send our guy to the wreckage. Right, Lafayette, who's over here somewhere, is going to start revealing his territory, which is fantastic. And then we have another unit we can command over here. Let's send our guy up here, and then let's do a search action. Okay, I see more coast, and I see some beautiful resources. Holy! I want to go over here. Oh my god! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 resources? 10 if you include this guy? Holy shit. That is a lot. I mean, just look how kind of few we have over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. If you kind of count that. This is like prime real estate. We definitely want to settle over here at some point. And we have a goody hut over here and a goody hut over here. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Our warrior is going to go here. A trader has obtained a cargo of spices from afar. The weightless herbs crumble to dust in the hand and are sure to become a sensation before long. We can sample the herbs to gain 30 culture and 50 happiness, which is very good. Or we can take the seasoning home, which is 30 food. So 30 food, right, is about 3 turns. Or 4 turns, excuse me. And we need 61 to grow, right? So it's basically about half of what we need to grow. It would technically give us a growth event. But we could also get culture. 30 culture, we obviously don't get the extra, but it still would complete chiefdom for us. And we get 50 happiness. So that's 5 turns of happiness. And we have 7 turns to our next celebration. If we cut 5 turns out of the way, or 4 turns out of the way, you know, we're halfway there, or a little bit more. I think that is worth it. I'm going to go ahead and do sample the herbs. We complete chiefdom. We have unlocked a new civic tree, the Axum Civics. And because we completed our first culture, or first civic tech, I should say, we unlock the special ability that Ibn Battuta has. Marvels of traveling the journey of life may go down many roads. Best be prepared for anything. We get our 2 wildcard attributes. We absolutely love that. We want to invest in economics, so we get +1 gold. I could go for food. Military's not bad either. +5 combat strength against independent powers and city-states could be good, because we have a bunch of hostile ones near us. +1 influence, also very good. It is the, like I said, it's the most rare resource in the game. But I think I'm going to go culture. Because we want to get to +10 production towards constructing wonders. Because producing wonders in this age is imperative. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We can now choose a new civic. We have mysticism, discipline, and then the Axumite civics. Periplus of the Erythraean Sea. I don't think I pronounced that correctly. But this would unlock the Great Stele, or Great Steel. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. The Hawalat. And it would also give us a bonus here, which is we get +1 resource capacity in settlements that are on coast or navigable rivers. I think now typically you want to go right for mysticism because it unlocks the altar, and that is how you're going to get pantheons. But you see right here, the Great Steel is a mastery underneath mysticism. We could technically just get it right here. I don't really think it's worth it though, if I'm being honest. I think it makes more sense to go here and get the altar, as well as unlock founding a pantheon. And then we could then go into the Great Steel. We get a production boost towards the Great Steel, or Great Stele. I'm not sure which way it's pronounced. Because we are Axumite, or because we are Axum, the Axumites were the ones who built it. So we have a production bonus towards it. So we're going to go ahead and do mysticism. 14 turns, so it's going to take a while. But hopefully we can speed that up with some new abilities here. And we get our government, as I had mentioned before. Classic Republic, Despotism, or Oligarchy. Despotism is science and military units, because science and military are very interlinked in this game. Oligarchy is food and bonus to producing buildings, or constructing buildings. Very good as well. Personally, though, I think the best one, the one that I almost always go for, is Classic Republic. The plus 20% culture during a celebration is so good. Oh, and by the way, I should have specified that's what these bonuses are. When you're in a celebration, you get the bonuses. You get to choose one of the two, right? Science or producing military units, food or constructing buildings, culture or producing wonders. We're going to do that. And if we go back to Lafayette, we now get a plus 10 bonus to relationship for shared government. Very excellent indeed. And we get our first social policy. I'm going to choose plus 2 culture on the palace because culture is very important to us. Obviously, production and science is very good, but plus 2 culture is more rare at this point. Let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, go on to the next round. Oh, we have a diplomatic action. Ah, Lafayette is throwing a festival. If we had enough influence here to support it, we could get plus 3 bonus, plus 3 happiness per turn in our city. If we only accept it, we instead get plus 2 influence per turn, and then Lafayette gets plus 2 happiness. Personally, I don't quite understand why this works this way, because I think plus 2 influence is just better than plus 3 happiness per turn in your cities. Maybe I'm wrong. And, you know, there might be civs that would rather have the happiness. I feel like getting the plus 2 influence is way better. If we wanted to be a dick, we could reject it, right? We could spend influence to reject it if we wanted to worsen our relationship with him. But we're playing a very nice civ, or, well, I don't know that we're a nice civ, but we're trying to play a nice diplomatic playthrough. So we're going to accept it, get the +2 influence, which is excellent. And we are now entering a celebration. I'm going to choose +20 culture, or +20% culture, excuse me. Our culture right now is 13. So last turn when we unlocked when we unlocked the chiefdom civic and could select a new civic when we went for mysticism, it was 14 turns. So it should have gone down from 14 to 13, but because we have the extra culture, right, from the +2 culture that I chose for our government policy, it went from 13 actually to 11, which is excellent. The +2 20% culture is also going to improve that. And guess what? Every time you get a celebration, you unlock a new social policy. We get our tool making available anyways, +1 production and science. And that is now 15 culture we're producing. Mysticism will be unlocked that much faster. Okay, I want you to go here. Go grab that. You already grabbed this, and I don't want to send you too far, but I do want to send you to get a little bit of a look. Oh, you know what? There is actually another ruin over here. Oh, some very nice territory here. We could be looking to claim at some point. We have a settlement limit, though, of 3. Every time we go over the settlement limit, we get a happiness penalty. Up to a maximum of 35, so you could have a maximum of 7 settlements over before you are capped, and then everything after that doesn't matter. But so far we don't have the option to build more settlers, so not something we have to worry about yet. Okay, another growth event. We're going to go ahead and claim our pearls right there. And the fishing key will be done in 1 turn. That is excellent. And you know what? Let's build the Dao afterwards. I don't quite need a warrior. I could maybe build a scout as well. Let me put that in and bump that up. I might even bump it up again. I might go, I think fishing key into scout into Dao makes the most sense right now. I don't have another city that I can trade with yet. Right? So there's no reason to really build a Dao. Oh, we have hostile warriors right there. I'm not too interested in fighting them right now, especially because they have a little bit of a bonus. So let's just go ahead and, well, let me finish my thought. I don't want to build the Dao right now because we don't have any cities that I could potentially trade with yet, right? We need to uncover the city first, and we will over time from our trade map, right? What the hell is he doing? Oh, he wants to offer open borders. Interesting. That's what this diplomatic action is. He wants us to open our borders to him. We will get 2 gold per turn for that. And we're trying to be nice to him, and we're trying to be a gold-focused civ, so we're going to say yes. We're more than happy to do that. Oh, there was a flood in the Allegid River? But it was quite light. Nobody here anyway, so not super relevant. Dismiss that by right-clicking. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get this ruins. Manuscripts have been recovered from a collapsed archive, but the ravages of time have left their secrets unintelligible. Okay. We could take the time to study the manuscripts for scientific knowledge. It would give us a boost to our earliest available tech, which is going to be pottery. So it would boost that. It would basically cut the time in half, I think. Or almost. So it would be like 4 turns or 5 turns instead of 9. We would have minus 100% production, though, for 3 turns. That is horrible. I know the boost is nice, but minus 100% production is ridiculous. I don't think that is ever worth it. Why would I want to stunt my production growth? Because that is how I'm improving my civilization. That's horrible. I would never choose this option. we're going to go ahead and just sell the manuscripts. 50 gold. We love it. We love gold. Ah, and we found Segunya. I am not familiar with this ancient peoples. The Urartu? Or Urartu? Yeah, I don't know anything about them. But they are a new type of independent power, actually. As you can see, this is a expansionist icon right here. The green with the arrows, right? If we go back here to our attributes. Oh, it doesn't show. Unfortunate. But yeah, that is an expansionist independent power. We could try and befriend them at some point. And we would get some nice bonuses for befriending them, actually. Something to consider, for sure. Also, we're probably going to start to want to run our military unit back home to protect us from Segunya. Okay, this guy is... he'll reach it this turn. What do we got? An especially rich nomad encampment and its sizable herd. Brings color to the landscape. They are hard bargainers, but are willing to make a deal. We could make a deal for the cattle, minus 100% gold for 1 turn, which is only 14 gold, for 40 food. That's actually not terrible. Or we could leave the camp for 50 gold. 40 food is, what, 2/3 of what we need, right? Because it's about 60 food. Or actually, the growth event just happened. So, what is it now? 101. Okay, so it would be a little bit less than half. It'd be what, 25% or something like that? Or no, it'd be 40%. What am I talking about? 40% versus 50 gold, which we're doing, what, 14 gold a turn. So that's basically 4 turns. Or, 3.5 or whatever. I think I want to try and get the growth event as fast as possible so that we can get our settler out. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make the deal. It's only 1 turn of no gold, which isn't that terrible for us because we've taken a bunch of gold events actually, so we have so much gold. The cattle begin their march towards the abattoir. 40 gold, thank you very much. This guy's heading down here. I'm a little nervous, though. I want to make sure he stays away from them as much as possible. Hopefully he lives. We'll see. Alright, and you can see Segunya is getting ready to attack our guy over here. Nothing from the Goths yet. That's very good. And our relationship with Lafayette has changed from neutral to friendly. That is excellent. Friendly just makes everything 5 cheaper, like 5 units cheaper. Right trade map went down from 60 to 55. And it also means that our relationship will continue to improve a little bit. I think, anyways. I can go ahead and dismiss that. All right, this guy. Let's go ahead and go here. And yeah, let's go here. Should be fine. Excellent. We can get to this next turn. Goths probably won't attack us. And then this scout. I do want to send him here, but I am curious about what's up here. So maybe I wait and I send the scout that we're building over here. And I send this other scout, since he's already up here, this way. And let's do a search. Oh, interesting. Coast comes around like this, and then there's more of the continent up here. Okay. We still have units, our warriors. We don't want to send them further away, because we want to keep them near our city in case they were to get attacked. So we're going to go ahead and just tell them to go all the way back home. They can defend themselves a little bit, so hopefully they don't die. And let's go ahead and continue. Yeah, you see we took 31 damage, they took 30. So a little bit more. And our scout finally gets here. Animals have broken from the confines of a wealthy noble's menagerie and run amok. They are no longer fit for the wilds, but we're clearly not happy. We can build the animals a proper home, which will give us 45 science and 50 happiness, which is excellent. Or we can just let the animals roam free for 50 happiness. Problem is, 45 science won't really help us, as I've talked about before. And he will take 50 damage. This guy already took damage. I think we're just going to let the animals roam. We'll take the 50 happiness and be happy with it. Unfortunate. That wasn't the best that we could get. And you know what? I'm going to send him up this way. Maybe it'll help him avoid being attacked, and it'll also uncover these 2 tiles for us. Alright, send the scout over here. Ooh, we found another hostile. Wow. 1, 2, 3 hostile independent nations. There could even be a 4th one over here. Who knows? That is not great. Okay. Oh, yes, and we can build a settler because we did the bonus. That is excellent. Let's go ahead and do that. Or you know what? I'm just going to purchase a settler. That's what the gold is for, baby. Ah, settler's first step. The impulse to travel the road of life controls the feet of every man, woman, and child. This journey holds many forks and countless opportunities. So we get a random narrative event, I believe. We can develop local traditions, 25 culture, develop or investigate new technologies, 25 science, or just take 50 gold. Focus on economic expansions. We spent some money. Let's get some money back. 50 gold. The traveler, Ibn Battuta, bequeaths his settlers with a map of local resources. The land they claim will soon benefit the populace. We gain a migrant. We completed our traveler journal thing that we needed to do. Let's go ahead and click on the migrant here. For some reason, it doesn't show up as a new unit to control this turn, even though we can control it. I hope that's something the developers eventually fix. Let's go ahead and resettle, and we're going to choose... yeah, I think we're just going to choose the fish here. 4 food and 3 gold is excellent. We could choose the reef as well, because it'll give us 3 food, 1 gold, 1 production. But that is only a total of +5 as opposed to +7. And the fish also gives us +3 food, so we're getting actually 7 food out of this. So we're going to do that. Let's go to our resources. Whoops, wrong one. Resources. And you can see Axum is now 18 food, 10 production, 10 gold, and 11 happiness from our 3 items over here. Very nice. Only 5 turns to the next growth event. You love to see it. And we can't purchase another unit, unfortunately, because you can only have 1 unit in a space at a time. Or at least you can only purchase 1 unit at a time, I guess I should say. Because you can technically have a military unit and a civilian unit on the same space. But let's go to the next turn. And we might want to purchase another settler. Might not be a bad idea at all.
The caged bird.
Ah, we do have the
watches
saw pit as
butterflies
well.
With envy.
Okay. So, we click on our settler, and the settler lens immediately pops up, which you'll love to see. We could come over here. Right? So, settlements can grow 3 tiles away. Right? So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That means that this is as far as this city will ever grow. So, maybe going here isn't the worst idea to try and get some of this stuff. It would put us very close, though, to a hostile independent power, which I do not like. I could build somewhere over here to try and get some of these resources, as well as the natural wonder. It's just that there's no water here, and it's not near coast, which is not great. But there's a independent power here, hostile one at that, so I can't go build down here. So we're kind of in a tricky spot with these independent powers. We might want to disperse them eventually. And I do want to settle over here. So I think I am going to send this guy over here. Oh, Lafayette is asking us if we want to have a cultural exchange. This is excellent. Cultural exchanges are fantastic. If we accept it, we get +2 culture, he gets +4. If we support it, we both get +6. And I have enough to support it. I do want to work up my influence to try and do something about those independent powers, right? Because we could befriend them. But I would much rather support. The +6 culture is insane. That's so crazy good. That's literally like a third of the culture. A little bit more, actually, because it's closer to half. Well, I guess it's equidistant from half and and a third. So that's, very good for us. Command units, we have this guy. Let's send him here. And then, kind of an awkward spot because of these cliffs. Oh, he can go here, though. Yeah, let's just do a quick search here. We're not going to get too much, but it at least reveals the coast to us and tells us a little bit more about this coast. This warrior, yeah, just go back. And you can see that Segunya left us alone as well, because they're kind of protecting their territory. They didn't want to go chasing us. This scout, I want to send you here. Oh, they have a warrior right there. That's unfortunate. This poor scout is in trouble. Saw pit, I definitely want to build at some point. I just don't have a lot of the woodcutters out at this moment. And it's 280 if I want to purchase another settler. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and purchase another settler. And I think what the plan is that I put a settlement here and then a settlement here. So it's kind of like we're expanding like northwestward is basically what we're going for. Oh, they did attack my my scout. That's unfortunate. He's in a real awkward spot, but because we have sailing, we can go to the coast. Oh, we discovered a new continent. Atlantica. And there's a goody hut over here. That's good. Oh, this guy. Let's go this way. And then these settlers, we're going to send them up here-ish. I don't quite know where I want to send them yet, but I know I want them in this direction. Let's just go here, and then we'll plan from there. We'll figure out our next move after. Ah, and the other scout. Okay. I want him to go here. Send them so that he can move. There we go. Alright. And then this guy. Let's, you know what? Instead of going back to Axum, let's send him kind of along the pathway with our, caravan here, our settlers. Just in case something bad happens to them. I don't want them to get attacked. And we definitely want to try and get our settlements up soon because we want to, you want to reach max settlement limit as fast as you can. We met another Civ. That is Xerxes of Persia. He's very militaristic. We might have to be careful about him. We have the influence. Let's give him a friendly greeting. We want to be nice with everyone, especially Xerxes, because he's super militaristic, and he might try and kill us. Yeah, he doesn't like when people are not at war. And he loves when people are at war against someone else. So we're probably not going to be at war a lot, which means he's going to start to not like us. Where is he, though, is the question. He's over here. Oh, whoa! Athens is way the fuck over there? Holy shit. That's interesting. He sent his scout way over here. Oh, and there's a another independent power somewhere over here. Arna. Can see if I hover over these people. They're from the Arna village. Alright. This guy... yeah, go here. Ah, there's Arna. And then do a search. Arna is a diplomatic people. So we can get influence from them. Befriending them would be really good. We definitely want to look into that. Alright, this is where they wanted me to settle. It's not the worst. The thing is that Axum can go 1, 2, 3, which is only 1, 2 away from them, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It does put you near 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All of this stuff. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How much tundra do you have? That is a lot of tundra. You know what? Let's do... I'm just not quite sure if I want them here exactly. If I were to settle here, 1, 2, 3, it would still give me access to this pasture. And it would give me access to all of Torres del Paine. But it does look like there might be coast here. And if that's the case, I don't think I would want to settle here, because I might want to settle another... I might want to put another settlement somewhere along here. So kind of not sure. Let me... Because I think the way that the coastline works is it comes down this way. Right, it looks like it kind of goes like this. Somewhere over here. I think I'm just going to tell these guys to stay alert. I'm going to send him here. At least for like a turn or two. I think I want to send my scout out to get a better idea of what's over here. Before I commit to placing a settlement, you know? I did want to go over here, but it looks like there's some hostile folks. So instead, let's just go like this. Okay. We're building our dhow. I'm interested in getting the saw pit up soon as well. I want to have a slinger ready, too. Okay. Yeah, I think we might want to start investing in some military units, because I think I want to destroy this village. I think I want to destroy them. So we've got, what, warrior, slinger. Let's go for another slinger. So we could have 2 warriors, 2 slingers that can go attack this. I think that's what we're gonna do. Because I think we want to knock them out, and we want to settle along this coast. Maybe make friends with Arna. We'll see. Diplomatic action. Oh, this is unfortunate. I have 6 influence less than I need to support this. This would have been fantastic. We will still accept it though. We love the gold, and we want to make sure we stay on Xerxes' good side. Our scout... yeah, send him right here. This scout... I kind of want to get a little bit of a better look at what's going on over here. And then this... Send you there. This guy's getting closer. Okay. Alright. What do I want to do with them? Settling right here might not be bad. They say to settle here. It's unfortunate that the salt is here, because this would be a great place to settle. And the salt will disappear in the exploration age. I think we want to go right here. It's going to give us access to a bunch of these resources. Maybe we end up destroying this independent power and putting another settlement kind of up here to deal with like this coastal terrain and stuff. Ah.
But it is in this
we finally unlocked the mysticism civic to get the pantheon and the altar. And we unlock a new policy, which is priesthood. So let's go change our policies. Get rid of the production and science. Add +2 gold. For sure we want that. We get a growth event. You know what? Let's work towards getting the silver because we are going to soon have 2 more settlements. So let's do... I think I want the production and culture in this instance. And we also probably want to build a saw pit soon. So let's do that. Another diplomatic action. Xerxes, I will give you open borders, certainly. I'll take the 2 gold, thank you very much. Choose our new civic. We're going to go ahead and do the mastery for mysticism to get the great steel. Because we want to build that. Choose a pantheon. No surprise, someone already has city patron goddess, because +2 influence on the altar is... Obviously, influence is the least... the most rare resource, so it's the most valuable. Oh, someone also took Goddess of the Harvest. Interesting. What we want to think about, though, is going for, where is it? We could do Sacred Waters, right, to get +1 happiness for coastal lakes and navigable rivers. We have a lot of coast. There's a lake over here, right? Navigable river over here. But I think what is better is God of the Sun. It gives you +1 culture, food, happiness, culture, food, gold, happiness, production, and science on the altar, which is fantastic. And God of the Sea could be really good for us. +1 production on fishing boats in settlements that have an altar. We're going to have a lot of coastal settlements. We're going to have a lot of cities with fishing boats. I think that's really good. And it kind of helps make up for the fact that we haven't really invested in production at this point. It would be +2 production right now, eventually +3, 4, 5, right? We're definitely going to go for those. That's pretty good. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to do God of the Sea. We want to get our production up as fast as we can. And now we can build an altar. Which the altar gives you bonuses for each adjacent wonder. So it's pretty good to usually put it in your capital. But you can put it in other locations as well. Right, as you can see, we're getting some bonuses here. Let's see. I think we just put it here. I think we just put it in the palace. And because, well, something we can do, I haven't explained this yet, but you can do view, you can click on the view hidden button to look at all of the different buildings. And this is a very easy way to see what each building does. Like the Academy, for example, gives you a +1 adjacency bonus for resources and wonders. I have a lot of hours in this game. I have like 500 hours in this game. I'm not joking. I know that the amphitheater, the arena, the monument, and the villa give you bonuses for mountainous terrain. So I'm thinking, right, 1, 2, 3. We can build here and here. There's two mountains. That's a +2 bonus. We want to build wonders around those as well, right? So maybe these are 2 locations for wonders. So maybe that means that we want to put the altar right here. And also, in order to build urban tiles, they have to be connected to each other. So if I build an urban tile here, the altar for example, then I could build a monument here when I unlock it very soon, and then I could build another tile here, like the amphitheater for example, and then put a couple wonders in. I think that's looking pretty good. We will get a 2 gold penalty. Let's see why. Now when we expand it, right, if we hide the details, it doesn't tell us, but if we expand it and scroll down, we can see that we have a maintenance cost required for having a building, right? It has an upkeep cost. But you have to build buildings to improve your settlement, so you kind of have to, you know, take the good with the bad. So let's go ahead. We're going to plop an altar there. It takes 9 turns to build. So I'm going to go ahead and bump this up. We're going to complete our Tao, and then we're going to build our altar. And then maybe instead of building units, right, warriors and slingers, we look to buy them, because they are a lot cheaper, right? The altar costs 360 gold to build. I could get 3 slingers for that cost, right? 120, or warriors or whatever. Or all 3. So, you know, 9 turns for this versus 3, 3, 3. I think I'd rather get the altar built and then buy the units if I need them. Right. So let's go ahead and do that. We have our scout here. Let's send him up this way. And then, yeah, right here. Okay. A lot of mountainous terrain where we are. Holy. Okay. Interesting. Nothing really exciting over here. Let's go back in the coast. Alright, this guy. Well, I want to send him... actually, I guess it doesn't matter. Let's do that. Alright, they're all moving. Looks good. Okay. Lafayette didn't show me as much as I was hoping from our map trade. So I'm going to move here and do a search. And we discovered another continent. Nice. Laurasia is what we're calling. Oh, and he's got settlers coming out here. Okay. That is important. If we know that he is expanding westward, that means that I think we kind of want to try and cut him off eventually. I really like this navigable river into a lake on the coast here. There's a bunch of good resources. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. We were expanding kind of northwest. We might want to maybe change course and expand northeast soon. We're already heading northwest. Like, we're just going to stay there, I think. And if he beats us to it, he beats us to it, whatever. We focus on just getting the rest of the stuff in the southwest, right? But if we can, I think expanding to the northeast could be pretty good to get these resources and cut off Lafayette's expansion, right? Kind of like in this area right here. From this coast to this coast. Arna to the camels, basically. We'll see what happens. There's plenty of time to go, so. Oh, another hostile independent power. Damn, bro. I'm just trying to vibe, man. Why you gotta be so hostile? Okay. I wanna go here. Let's go up the navigable river and follow it a bit and try and see what we can learn about this territory. See if it is worth really investing in or if we want to leave it behind. Okay, let's do a search. Okay, we didn't get much. There's not too much to be revealed, apparently. That leads me to believe that, yeah, the coast is, like, right here. It kind of even looks like it, right? Like, look at this tile, this sheep tile. That little corner of blue right there, I can't kind of put my mouse over it, but right around here, that looks like it's going to be coast. So I think I settle here, settle over here somewhere, and settle over here. I think that's what we do. Yeah, let's do it. And we get a growth event right away when you settle. You get 1 free growth event. Yeah, I mean, we're absolutely going to just take the wild game. It gives us +2 food, a production, +2 gold, and a happiness. And then the wild game itself is a resource that you can put into cities or towns, and it gives +4 food to towns, which is excellent. Because Adulius goes from 5 food to 4 food. Very good stuff. And then this guy is going to go ahead and go here. Okay. So yeah, I wasn't quite sure which was maybe the best spot to settle on. And I think because of the fact that we know that there's coast over here, we want to go, like, settle here, settle over here somewhere, right? Maybe right here, and then settle kind of like over here somewhere. And it makes more sense to give them those areas some space, right? Oh, you know what? I just thought of. Maybe I don't want to settle right here. Because we want to settle on coast. Shit. I'll have to think about that. Because we get the coastal bonus. That's one of our things. One of our social policies that we can unlock. Low happiness. Who's got low happiness? Adulius? I don't know if I believe you. Yeah, their happiness is fine. They have low happiness because they have no fresh water, but -1 happiness is not a big deal. That's something that can be overcome. And also, since I have a moment, let me explain towns and cities to you if you're unfamiliar. So in Civilization VII, when you settle a new location, unless it is your capital, right? Capital automatically is a city, or your founding city at the start of the game is automatically a city. Every other settlement that you settle on is a town. Towns cannot build buildings. They can only purchase buildings. The only buildings they can purchase are ageless or special, like unique buildings, like the altar, can be purchased. Specifically, it says, can be purchased in towns. There are very few buildings that can do this, right? Altar is one of them. Everything else has to be an ageless building. An ageless building means that it, when you build it, it does not lose its adjacency bonuses or its bonuses at all when you go to the next age. However, you cannot overbuild on an ageless building. So when we go to the exploration age, we will not be able to build over the saw pit with something better. It's stuck forever, right? If we do that. So that's like our fishing key. Our fishing key is ageless. It's there for the rest of the game. There's nothing we can do about it. So you have to be very careful when you consider where you're going to build your ageless buildings. That's one of the reasons that I have not built the granary. There's no reason to build a granary, right? We don't have a lot of farms, and it's ageless, so we can't build over it, so it's kind of suboptimal for us to build. So yeah, in towns you can't build buildings. You can only purchase them, and you can only purchase specific buildings. And then you can also not build units, you can only purchase units. And then towns have a focus that they work on, right? Right now, it's a growing focus, and it will stay as a growing focus until it gets to 7, I believe, population. Once it gets to 7, then you can change its focus, and there are several, right? Bonuses to food, bonuses to gold, bonuses to healing. Like, there's different bonuses that you can get, and we'll go over them when we get them. But for right now, it's just a growing town. Its growth is increased by 50%, just meaning that it will hit growth events faster and faster and faster. We could eventually upgrade it to a city, which will cost 600 gold, and then we could start building in it. But we don't have that at the moment, so we just got to kind of wait. The meta in the past was to just upgrade all of your towns to cities, because towns were not as good. They've reworked it a little bit, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to test it out ourselves and see what happens. Which way do I want to go? Oh, there's a ruin here? Yeah, let's go this way. And so here's a trick for folks who are unfamiliar. Stuff that stops your movement, like a river, you want to end with it with a scout anyways. You want to end within 2 turns of it so that you can maximize what you're doing. So we're going to stop right here and we're just going to do a search. It just reveals some extra territory to us, basically for free. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's move on to this guy. His movement is stopped because there's a hostile unit next to him, but they can't attack because they are not a ranged unit, so we're not worried. And we've got our settler here. So, whoops, wrong button. What I wanted to go look at was our civics. The Axumite civic, right? We have right here. Throne of my fathers, 50% gold in cities adjacent to coast. Your civics from your civilizations carry to the next age. So the Axumite civics will carry to the next age. We will have a chance to use the policies, the social policies. So we will have a chance to use Throne of my fathers in the next age. So I was like, oh, I should settle right here. It makes the most sense. There's happiness, blah, blah, blah. Nope. We do actually want to settle on coast. The game says I should settle here, right? Because 1, 2, 3 gives me access to all this stuff. If I settle here, though, 1, 2, 3, I could settle another civ, or another settlement or whatever over here, 1, 2, 3, and let them kind of claim all of this territory, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I could even settle here, for example. 1, 2. So I'm going to go here. The game says go here. I think this is better. Because I could put another settlement right here and have them expand and control some of this territory. So let's go do this. Matara. And we have a nice connection here. All of our settlements. And because we got our third settlement, we're getting a narrative event, apparently. Paramount Chiefdoms. The seat of authority has traditionally been shared among representatives from different towns, but some have begun to argue that those who live in the capital are better poised to delegate issues to the rest, and their voices are growing louder. Classic city versus rural. We can maintain distributed power, which gives us 10% production towards constructing buildings across our empire, or consolidate the power into the capital, which will give us 15% production towards constructing buildings in Axum. Long term, distributed power is better, right? 10% production towards constructing buildings. Short term, the 15% production boost is huge. I think because we just don't have any other cities right now, maybe go for the 15% production boost. But we do want to get more cities. That's the thing. You know what? Let's go. We're going to maintain distributed power. We want to have other cities. We want them on the coast. We want to make sure that... And you know, the thing is that because we are going to want to found cities, and it takes a while to found cities, or to upgrade a town to a city, right? Found a town and then upgrade it. The 10% boost could help us a lot in getting extra buildings out later on during the age, as we get closer to ending the age. So we're going to go ahead and do maintain distributed power. Axum gets a 10% boost to production because they are a city. So it's still very good. But it will become better as the game goes on. And here we have gold, which used to be incredible. It's still good. +1 gold and happiness and all sonance is very good. But as you can see, the ivory over here is going to give us such a huge boost. 1 food, 1 production, 2 gold, 1 culture, and 1 happiness. And ivory itself gives you +10 production towards wonders in tropicals, plains, deserts. Desert is very much around here. So let's go ahead and claim that. The assault is, I don't think, very good. 20% production towards training units. We're going to be buying a lot of our units, honestly. And 20% production on a unit that takes only 3 turns is not that crazy. So I want to focus on getting the ivory. We also want to go for the Cowlin. Cowlin is going to give us more food, which is excellent. And the gold. So I'm going to go ivory first. Then we're going to come down here, hit this mine, right? So we can go Cowlin and then the gold. And we'll see where we go from there. And also you'll notice there are blue, red, and yellow markers on these, right? Blue markers mean that they can only be put in a city. They are a city resource, and it even says as I hover over the tile that salt is a city resource. Red is a empire resource. It is empire-wide. It applies to everything. Right, and so ivory in this instance gives us 10% production towards wonders in every settlement. And then yellow is a just a bonus resource. It can be given to cities as well as towns. And we saw that earlier with right here with the wild game resource that we had. It's just a bonus resource. It can go anywhere. All right, we've got this guy. Got this guy. Let's send him here. Oh, wildfires have left a once flourishing garden in ruin. The acolytes who tended the rare plants have come here. Excuse me. The acolytes who tended the rare plants here comb the detritus. I've never heard that word before. For salvage, hoping they can rebuild. We can study what's left for 4.5 turns of science, or petition the garden to be rebuilt for 75 happiness. Which is pretty good, right? We're doing 16. Let's make it 15 to make the math easy. 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. About a little less than 5 turns versus 4.5, basically 5 turns of science. Well, we're 12 turns away on both celebration and science. I think science is more important. I'm going to go ahead and do the science. We're down to 7 turns. Beautiful stuff. And now that we know that our empire is kind of safe, this expansion, let's send this guy to Adulis, so that he can go back here, he can heal and just stay kind of in the middle, right? He can go up to Gordium, he can go to the Goths, he can go to Segunia if need be. Oh, and our Dao is finished building. Beautiful. We want to send him, over here to Athens. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure he reveals those tiles. And we can start a trade route with them soon. We have to unlock trade first, but... Or, actually, do I have to unlock trade? I think I do have to unlock trade first. So we're going to look to do that shortly as well. Alright, we have a diplomatic action here. Military aid, we're not super interested because we're not at war with anybody. We're not planning on getting into war with anybody. We might go fight those independent powers, but the gold. I want +2 gold per turn. And we get to save influence as well, which is very good. Alright, we've got our scout here. Yeah, we want to send him here. And then we've got this scout who's checking out this navigable river. Oh, I see Persia up here. Okay. Oh, and that's where he settled. Wow, he settled really far away from Athens. Holy shit. Oh wow, we're doing really good in culture. We're doing not great in science, though. And our gold, look at our gold production. It's more than double what the next closest guy is. At least next closest that we know of. Alright, this scout over here. Let's do a search. Okay. This looks like very fertile territory. Very fertile. Because not a lot of enemies, besides just this Segunya. And coast, which we want. We want coast. For example, let's go and check the settler lens. Yeah, I think we settle right here. I think we're going to settle here. And then maybe settle here. Maybe we have like, Matara becomes a city, we have like a town here and then another city, kind of sandwiching this little guy. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that might be what we end up doing. Okay. Working on the altar. Okay. Everything looks pretty good. Let's just go to the next turn. It says our relationship changed with Xerxes, but I didn't notice any change. Still neutral. Oh, that's what it is. Our leader agenda. Yeah, his leader agenda probably changed. Mount Sabalan erupted, but doesn't look like it matters. And we can grow our town. Very nice. Okay. Well, here's Axum. Axum's gonna go 1, 2, 3. Let's expand maybe north a little bit. Oh, you know what? We want to go west because we do want to get here. And we need food. So let's do that. We want food because we want Adulis to grow as fast as possible. So getting the production wouldn't necessarily be worth it at the moment. Okay. Let's go here. And... Alright, I pretty much know everything over here now. He doesn't have any other settlements. Okay. Xerxes doesn't, is what I was thinking. Doesn't have any other settlements, so no reason to do a map trade with him. What do we have? We could do farmer's market. That's one of our endeavors. So if it's accepted, we get +2 food in our towns. The other leader gets +2 gold. If it's supported, we both get +3 food. Not too crazy. So I don't think I want to spend the influence there. And I know that there's this over here, so I kind of want to go get that. Let's head back this way. We've got this scout. Watch out for the other unit. And we'll have this unit heal until, or rest until fully healed, I should say. Do we want to purchase a fishing key? Probably. Well, actually, fishing key is going to help us on our fishing boats. which we're going to go, like, this way. We're going to go to this mine to grab another mine and then another quarry before we then focus on fishing boats. Right, because the resources are more important than the fishing boats. So let's not build that. Let's wait. I don't think I want to purchase anything in this town. I mean, I could go for a saw pit. There's a ton of woodlands here. But I think that's not an immediate thing we need to do.
There is another world.
Nice. Okay, this is huge.
But
We
it is in
unlocked
this one.
the Great Steel, or Great Stele, however it's pronounced. We have a new policy as well, which is growth rate in towns with a growing focus is increased by 20%. That's very good. But I don't think it's as good as having +2 gold, +2 culture. And we immediately, I think, want to change Axum's focus. Oh, hang on. What do I need? Has to be on flat terrain. Is this flat terrain? It is. I can't build here yet because I haven't unlocked it yet because of this. The altar isn't built. So we're going to have to wait the 6 turns, I think. Man, is it worth it though? What if I just... Because 22 turns is so long. It's just if I put the Great Steel here, is it worth it? Because how many things is going to be close to? You know what? It might not be bad. I mean, if I put it here and then put 2 more wonders here in these 2 locations so that I have like the double bonus like I was talking about earlier. That's pretty good. Let's do it. And we definitely want to finish this before we finish the altar. It's way more important. Wonders are a victory condition in this age. Right? We need to complete them. So let's do that, and then let's go ahead and unlock. We want to do Discipline and then Code of Laws. Discipline is going to get us an Army Commander, which Army Commanders are very good. You can pack land units into them up to 4. Up to 6 if you upgrade your commander. And it will also allow us to get the merchant. It will allow us to establish trade routes. We definitely want to do that. I mean, I do want to look into these as well. But currently, not something I'm super worried about. We're going to unlock these eventually. But we want to focus on these first. Alright, our scout is here. Let's send him down here. Oh, there's a scout here. Let's... do we need to attack it? I don't think it matters. They already know our civilization is here. Whoever it is. Goridum, I think. Gordium? Or no, that's the Goths. They fucking 100% know we're down here. Oh, hello! Hello, folks. I was not expecting to see some raiders. Hello, thank you, I appreciate it. Hey, thank you for joining the stream. It's my first raid. I've only been streaming for a couple weeks, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We are streaming some Civ 7, as you can see. And we're doing an Axum with Ibn Battuta right now. Oh, wow. Appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, my game is just all of a sudden lagging. My computer saw the raid and was like, I have to stop working now. Okay. We've got diplomatic action. Oh, map trade it finished. Okay. Yeah. Computers, you know. Oh, yeah. I really like Civ 7. I mean, it's controversial. It has its flaws, certainly. I don't think the developers are not without blame for a lot of the things. Or, well, maybe not the developers, but, you know, 2K. But it's a good game. I think it's really good. I personally like it better than Civ 6. Um, so yeah, you stream Civ 7 as well. Might have to check it out. All right. Let's see what we got. Why is my computer all of a sudden super slow? Is it just because all the chat stuff happening? I don't know. Maybe. My computer is old, so. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll be streaming for about maybe another half hour or so. Oh. Oh, for a second I thought it was about to crash because the music just stopped. I was like, oh no. Like, no, I have so many people in the chat. No. Or, well, watching or whatever. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Yeah, I think I want to send my scout down here. If I could just get my computer to work. All of a sudden, it's started acting up. I think maybe just the people, it got scared. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if it's the game or OBS or what. It was fine. You know, everything was going fine. I don't know if it's OBS or what. I'm pretty new to streaming, so it could be something that I need to look into. Maybe let me go check the settings. Alright, it's definitely running a little bit better than it was. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think it was just that it couldn't handle like running Twitch all of a sudden because I had so many people in the chat. I mean, I have it up on my laptop, so it's not a huge deal. But that's so weird. Okay. Got to be careful with all of the applications running. My computer is about 10 years old, so it's definitely a need for some upgrades. So, but I mean, it does the job. It does what I need it to. All right. Let's think here. Try and get a little bit more done before we end the stream, because I was only going to go until about 1 anyway. So, but since I have some new folks, I want to show you a little bit about what I'm doing here. We are, let's see, trying to build over here some settlements. We do have Lafayette as Greece over here, and he's already expanded westward. So you got to watch out for him. Although he has Xerxes over here, who could become a problem. Expanding next to Xerxes is a choice. It's not one I would necessarily make, but you know. The AI is free to do whatever it wants. Yeah, we just started on the Great Steel, or Great Stele. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. Since we are Axum, you know, we want to get that out as fast as we can. It's not the most amazing wonder, but I personally, the way that I like to play the game is I want to build the wonder that's associated with my Civ, you know? I always feel like that's, I don't know, it's got personal attachment. It's mine. I want it. So we're going to try and build that. Alright, got these new settlements. Looks like the coast ends here and then comes back around to Segunia. So we got to be careful of them. I don't know if I want to knock them out or what. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Just got to be calm, cool, and collected under pressure. And it could be nerve-wracking at times, but I had an idea that popped in my head. I was like, oh, what if I try this? And it ended up working, so you know, thankfully. Let's go ahead to the next turn. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this scout coming over here to this ruin. That was like 8 turns ago I sent him there. Weary soldiers have been guarding a crumbling fort. They say they await orders, but months have passed without news or supply. Some fear they've been abandoned. We can find work for the soldiers, which would give us 15 production, which probably isn't that great. And what's the make plans to return home? 75 happiness is pretty incredible. Axum is producing 10 production, I should say. So that would be basically a turn and a half. Versus 75 happiness, which is so much. You know, we're only making 12 happiness a turn. Like, I mean, the production is good, don't get me wrong. Like, if I were to miss out on the Great Steel because I missed it by 1.5 turns or whatever, I would be so pissed. But make plans to return home. The 75 happiness towards the celebration, to me, is incredible. We're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, for sure. Oh, and can I pull up what I'm playing on? Advanced options. Just to give folks an idea of what we're doing here. We're doing standard mode. Long age length is my preference, just because I like a little bit more time to stay in each age. We've got pretty much everything kind of normal. Deity difficulty. And I'm using continents and islands, so I haven't played since the update, which was like a month ago, so I'm excited to see how Continents and Islands looks. When I saw the dev update, it looked really good, because the old map generation was, like, not that great. Once you played it a couple times, it was very easy to kind of solve it in a way. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. And we're on a large map size, so we got, 10 civs or whatever. And I actually increased the disaster frequency to moderate, because I don't mind it that much. I know some people don't like it, but I don't mind. Okay, this looks good. 300 gold. I don't need another settler. And I mean, the happiness penalty isn't crazy, but... And actually, I want to save up money for my monument. Yeah, because we're almost done with masonry. So let's go ahead, let's just go to the next turn. Alright, grow town. We want to go to the coast eventually. Salt is like, you know, I don't think it's that great. But gold and Cowlin are incredible. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and take this grassland right here so that I can just select gold and Cowlin the next 2 times we get a growth event. And oh boy, that's not good. That's not good. If they are heading towards Matara, I need to send people there like immediately. Let's send those warriors. And that's exactly why I put those warriors in the middle to begin with, in between my 2 other cities, is so that they could reach wherever they needed to, because we have Sagunia over here, Gordium over here, we got the Goths over here. Like, we're just surrounded by some hostile folks. Not ideal. This scout... I want to see more of what's over here. Let's do a search. Oh, it's just the coast. Okay. That's fine, though, because I do have a dhow that's heading that way. And because I want to get up to this navigable river. So I can start trading with Athens. Alright, and then this guy... let's go here. I want to try and get to this goody hut if I can, this wreckage. Just kind of in an awkward spot. Okay, let's go to the next turn. Oh, what did I not do? Oh, this guy. Yeah, I want to send you away from this area. Oh, can I... Wait a minute, is this deep ocean? Yeah, it's deep ocean. I can't cross it. That's unfortunate. And we pretty much have everything uncovered so far. So let's, I mean, I don't really care what's at the tip over here. I'll find it eventually. I'm more worried about volcanoes. So let's instead maybe send this scout back around this way. This guy, yeah, okay. Alright, we'll get our monument up soon. Well, we'll be able to buy it hopefully soon. Although, actually, because I haven't finished my altar yet, I don't have access to these two locations. That's annoying. But I think it's worth it. Okay, let's go ahead and... How much of this do I want to claim? 1, 2, 3... Wait, 1, 2, 3... Oh, I can only claim these two anyways. Yeah, let's just do this. Grab this whole natural wonder right here. Torres del Paine. I'll just take the extra influence. I don't think at this point the happiness is necessary. The +3 happiness. The influence... I mean, influence is just so rare. Like, I feel like there's no reason to ever pick the happiness one unless you're going for a happiness build, right? Yeah, that scout is there. Oh, the warriors backed off. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna build a little fortification right here. And this guy... Yeah, let's just cross the river. Ooh, interesting. Let's sail up this coast. Oh, hello. We've got Trung Trek as the Maori.
Đêm nay ngọn gió mát trên đỉnh Fansiban và dòng chảy êm đềm tĩnh lặng của sông Hồng. Các ngươi đến đây.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to play super friendly with people because we just want to trade. We just want to make as much money as possible. Yeah, let's do trade map. Trade map so that we can get a little bit more friendly with her. She has one other settlement, so we'll get an idea of where it is all on the map. And maybe uncover some new things as well. Okay. Looks pretty good. Oh, are these guys going to come around and attack me? Okay, maybe I want to just start buying some of these units. Let's go ahead and just purchase a slinger. I can X that guy out. Alright. And then if I need to, my slinger can defend my capital, and if I need to, I can turn this warrior around and defend a duelist. Although having these cliffs is nifty. Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? This is a part. Can't you just walk up here? That's annoying. I think you can just go straight through here. I mean, I guess it is, on the one hand, kind of strategically defensible. Right, if I put 2 units here, you'd have to go all the way around to get to me, but I wish there was just a big cliff right here so I could protect this one area. Oh well.
He was the first to construct a wall, 80 miles in length, which was to
Got the
separate
monument, the
barbarians
pyramids.
from the Romans.
Pyramids, which actually got a nice little buff here, because it used to be you could only place it on desert tiles that were adjacent to navigable rivers. Now it just has to be not in a tundra. So that's pretty good. Might be worth building? I'll have to check to see what other minor and navigable rivers we have. I mean, minor river right here. We are actually on a minor river. There's another minor river. Here's a navigable river up over here. Might be worth considering. Especially just because we're going for like a gold focus. Oh, view hidden. Wonders. Where is it? Oh, it's alphabetical. Here we go, pyramids. Adjacent to a navigable river. Okay. Oh, so there's only one location I could even really build it. Which would be up here. So yeah, probably not that crazy. I mean, I guess technically if I had a settlement over here, I could build it, but probably not something we need to focus on. Lafayette, yes, give me your money. Open borders, and you literally have never come over here. Okay, these guys are moving closer, actually, so let's go ahead and get this guy back. And let's go ahead and move you. Oh shit, that's Parsa. Or, Parsis. Or Persia, but Parsa's the capital. Up here. So in that case, let's just alert. They're gonna impede on my territory at some point. Right. Yeah, now we really want to go bronze working. Because we have to get the library, we have to get our barracks. After that, I might go for currency. Right, because we're interested in the market and the Colossus since we're playing Axum. But besides that, yeah, going for the wheel would be like the next best thing. So, if anybody builds the Colossus, but by the time like we reach bronze working, we immediately are just going to divert and go wheel military training and then go back to currency. I mean, I would love to go get the Pyramid of the Sun, but we're never going to get there before everyone else. Our science is so low. Yeah, it's just never going to happen. Let's see. Oh, there's more coast over here. Yeah, in that case, I won't do a search yet. I'll do a search next turn with him. And I am interested in getting this, but I'm afraid he's gonna die. So I think what I'm gonna do is this scout. I want you to go get this, and then I want this guy to start exploring whatever's up here. Oh, there. I'm stuck. There's a cliff, a mountain, and a river. I guess I could go this way. And then I'm right next to the independent power that's hostile. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Oh boy. Not ideal at all. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to do a change of plans there. Oh, but you know what? Tron Track is actually maybe dealing with that for me. That would be nice. If Tron Track could destroy them, I would not mind. Hope you're all having a good night today. And if you like hanging out with me, I have a YouTube channel as well that you could check out. We do Let's Play stuff over there, and I post my VODs over there for the time being. I will eventually make a dedicated VOD channel, but I don't really have the audience, I think, to spread myself out like that. So we have a TCG card shop over there. We have Water Park Simulator. I play Dead by Daylight as well, which I do Dead by Daylight streams as well. We have, what else is over there? Oh, I have a couple Peak games. I would like to do some more Peak. And then I have Shadows of Doubt. If anybody are familiar with that, I have some Shadows of Doubt stuff. So, yeah, if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. Alright, this Dow, we want you to go here. And we'll start a trade route with Athens. Scout. Alright, this is a little tricky, because if I go closer to Caithness, I don't know how to say that, Caithness, I will probably get attacked. Oh, wait a minute. I can go up here? I thought this was a cliff. It's not blocked off, apparently. I can go here. Oh. Okay, well, that makes things easy. Yeah, it just, to me, it just looks like it's all walled off by a cliff, like one cliff to another cliff, but apparently not. Oh, oh. Oh, boy. Oh, this is like red alert. They are sending a lot of folks. Oh, no. Alright, go here and fortify. Let's purchase another slinger so that I can start sending them down to help reinforce this unit. And pretty soon we're going to get our army commander as well, so that will help because the army commander will get a bonus from, if you're unaware, the army commander gets experience bonuses from units, which is unlike in Civ's past where you had units would get their own experience. So it's something that I quite like. I like that change that they made. Oh, nice. They're attacking the Persian scout first. You'll love to see it. Grow our city. Let's go ahead and get our silver finally. Open borders. Go ahead. Go right ahead. More than happy to take your money for no particular reason. So yeah, now that we have the silver, we're going to get +1 gold in food in all settlements. So that's plus, basically +3 gold in food, total, which is pretty nifty. Celebration. Oh yeah, we're going to do constructing wonders, 50% production bonus towards constructing wonders. So this is what, 13 turns right now? Let's just do that. I can switch it out if I want. Down to 12. If I go back into my social policies, though, let's say I want to keep charismatic leader and priesthood because +2 culture, +2 gold is very good. 20% growth rate is very good in towns as well. But I want to see if the +1 production matters at all for producing the Great Steel, right? So let's see, we confirm, it says 12 turns. We're doing, what, 13 production, and I need... How much do I need? How much do I need? Whoops. View hidden? Will that show me the Great Steel? I need 275? So... 11 times, what, 13? Is more than I can do in my head. $143. Okay. And if I take away the 1 production, right? Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, it even shows right here. 11 turns. This says 12, but it just hasn't updated. It's actually 11 turns if I add the bonus +1 production from toolmaking. So yeah, we're absolutely going to keep that. The faster we can get this done, the better. Just means we can produce more things. It means we're going to get a wonder out before other people can steal it from us, which is very good because it helps work towards our legacy pathway for culture. And also the Great Steel, when you complete it, and every time you produce a wonder afterwards, you get 200 gold, which is really good, especially at this level that we're at, right? And it's 200 gold per age, so it scales pretty well. So yeah, if we go from 200 gold to 400 gold, that would be very good for us. Defensive settlement, yeah, we know. Settlement under threat, I'm aware. Alright. This guy, oh, interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Athens, bro. There's a cave right here, dude. What are you doing, Lafayette? You chump, I'm gonna go steal that. Alright, let's go right here. I got this guy. They're building fortifications. If I move them out, they're gonna get attacked. So stay in the city. I could purchase a walls, actually. That's not terrible. I mean, it looks like they're going to get attacked, so let's just buy the walls. It's just going to make them waste more time trying to attack me. You are just going to sleep. I don't want you to attack anybody right now. Cultural exchange completed. I have 114, which means if Lafayette tries to do cultural exchange again, we will be totally fine to do it. How are me and Lafayette doing? We're doing real good, 53. You know what? Let's check out the relationships with other people. So if you are unaware, you can go into the relationship status for other civs and see their relationships here. He is unfriendly with Xerxes. That is not good. Neutral with Truntrak. Truntrak is also unfriendly with him. So knowing this, we probably don't want to try to ally ourselves or form any friendly relationships with Xerxes, right? Because Truntrak and Lafayette are probably going to go to war with him at some point. And if we can ally with them, right, 2 people is better than 1. I mean, that's just basic math. So we're probably going to try and do that. Let's just do a search. Okay, nothing too crazy over here. Alright, let's go ahead. Next turn. And yeah, the AI wasting its time attacking a scout. You'll love it. Gives me time to build up these fortifications. And now that they actually also moved closer to me, my slinger can go ahead and hit them. Alright, I mean, is there any reason to not just grab Torres del Paine? It'll give me +1 food and production. So 1, 2, 3 food and production. I mean, these are all fantastic too. Like +1 food, +2 production, +1 culture, +1 happiness is very good. And I believe we get those bonuses because of the natural wonder? Or, huh, you know what, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know the different, like, stats as well as others, probably, but I know that they give +1 culture. I guess they're just really impressive woodlands. Because if I check over here, I'm pretty sure... Oh, is there any way to look at this? Here we go. Yeah, like this one's only 1 culture, 1 happiness. I wonder why these ones are so much more. I think it's got to be because of the natural wonder, but I could be wrong. Anyways, back to growing this town. We're going to go ahead and grow on Torres del Paine. Grab a natural wonder. +1 food to production on Tundra in this settlement now. And then we're going to work towards getting over here, I think, to get the silk. Right, 1, 2, 3. Matara can't grab it, so it makes sense for us to go get it in a duelist. And there it is, cultural exchange. Absolutely going to support that. Unfortunately, our village, or our farm was pillaged here by somebody. Who was it? Segunia. Yeah. Segunia, I should say. We'll take care of that soon. Let's head this way, I think. See what's kind of up over here. Alright, get this slinger over here. And these 2 warriors cannot reach my slinger. They might try, but if they do, I'll move my own warrior kind of in the way, and then they can just start attacking, you know, or defending or what have you. Alright. Oh, he founded a city over here. Unfortunate. I was hoping that I could try and get over here first, but we had already kind of started settling in this northwestern territory, so we might just have to kind of abandon the eastern part of the map and just focus on the peninsula kind of over here. And that's not a horrible idea either, because it's going to make it easier for us when we try to hit the exploration age and start heading west looking for distant lands. All right. Okay, they attacked. Let's head back and do that. So they take some extra damage because we had the fortifications built. I was hoping that we could get another unit in to try and back them up, but I ended up going for the walls because I was anticipating an attack here, which kind of hasn't happened. I don't know why. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's attack. Oh, our center can't attack because of forest, right? Because forest is going to block their vision. Okay. I'm a bit nervous to move this warrior out, though. So I think I'm going to just keep him here for now. And you guys can skip a turn. And I think next turn, I'm going to move my warrior... and then probably like here, and then I can move my slinger one step, and then they should be able to start making attacks. Okay, looks good, looks good. We got a unit. Got our scout over here. Let's just do a nice search. Ooh, mangoes. Oh, there's a coastal edifice over here. This is another goody hut. We can go get that because we already have the ability to travel through a coast from sailing, because we researched that super early. Since we are playing as Axum, it made the most sense. Our Dao is getting close. This scout's on his way. Alright, let's go to the next turn.
Do nothing which is of no use.
Alright, and we get our army commander. Very nice. So the army commanders, as I said, they earlier, they can pack up to 4 units in them, and you can upgrade it so that they eventually can pack 6. So they're very good. And they gain experience, and they gain all these different really cool abilities. I really like how they changed up the way that experience for units worked by getting army commanders involved, and then giving these commanders like a lot of different trees that you can pursue. I'll show folks for anybody who's maybe unfamiliar. Oh, I can't do it yet. I have to have a upgrade available. All right. Well, that'll probably end up being like next stream or whatever, next Sunday. But yeah, it's really cool. You have different paths that you can go down. You can be more melee oriented, more ranged oriented. You could be more defensive oriented. You could be more focused on like speed and mobility, right? If you were thinking of like a Napoleonic type of army. We did have a lot of stuff pillaged. That is unfortunate. Xerxes changed our relationship. We don't really care about that. Alright. I'm going to move you there. I'm going to move you here. And now have you start attacking. Attack these guys. These guys are closer, so it's going to take them longer to retreat. Also, they might end up attacking our walls, so we want to do as much damage as we can to them. Hopefully our warrior here survives. I think he should. Okay, and then we're going to send this guy up towards that goody hut. Got our slinger here. And army commanders also have unique abilities they can do, such as a coordinated attack, melee or ranged, right? Focus fire, they call it for ranged, which gives the unit +2 combat strength. So this is very good. Let's go ahead and attack this military unit here. Alright. 9 more turns to get our great steel up.
Close to the western summit, there is the
Ooh, we found
dry
Mount Kilimanjaro.
frozen
And it just
carcass of a
erupted. Wow.
leopard. No one has explained what the leopard was seeking at that altitude.
Very nice Ernest Hemingway quote. Oh. I really want to settle over here. All of a sudden, for no particular reason. Totally not because there's a natural wonder there that is going to give us a... +2 +2 production +4 happiness when you build a roll tile on it. Like, that's so good. Yeah, we definitely kind of want to get over here. Alright, but we have our Dow. Let's go here. And we can, hopefully form a trade route soon with Lafayette. I'm not sure if I need to have Code of Laws first to, like, unlock the merchant, or if I can do it with the Dow automatically. Well, we'll have to see when it comes back to our next turn. Okay, everything looks pretty good. You know, all things considered, considering we're being attacked right now, but... Alright, we got a growth event. Let's go... I think, Cowlin? I think is what we want. Or, let me see. +3 food, +1 production. The golden happiness is pretty good. But the thing is if I take the Cowlin, it's going to help this town grow a little bit faster. So I think it's going to be better, right? Because if I take the Cowlin, I can then go to gold faster than I can go from gold to Cowlin. So let's do that. Diplomatic action. Oh, yes, we absolutely want to support this. Even though I kind of don't want to support you long term, Xerxes. Yes, there's a settlement under threat. Alright, let's put this in our capital. So we get a +2 bonus to food in our capital. But eventually we're going to turn, some of these towns into cities, and we'll be able to spread that around, make it a +4. Oh, they just retreated? Alright, fair enough. Let's attack. And then... Oh, you can't focus fire because my guy can't attack anybody. Interesting. Just heal up then at that point. And yeah, I can't form a trade route. Oh, is it our trade range maybe? Really? We have extended range and everything. How far away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And I think trade route range is only, what, 10? So I guess, yeah, we're a little bit... If I could get another... If I could put another town closer, then we would be okay, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, like a settlement kind of over here. I mean, honestly, Arna, if we wanted to look to incorporate them, would be good. But it's going to take us so long. That is so unfortunate. Okay. In the meantime, let's just have this, the Dow go scouting. Basically, just act like a scout for us. Soldiers have tracked a horde of bandits to their stolen treasures. Debts must be repaid. We can offer them repentance through their labor. 10 production, not that crazy. 50 gold, though, pretty good. Or 75 happiness, which is also really good to redistribute their valuables that they stole. So we are doing 11 production. So 10 production actually is, I mean, basically a turn. So you know what? Let's do that. I think 10 production and 50 gold is going to be better than the 75, because 50 gold is going to be something immediate that we can do, and the 10 production is going to help us get the great steel done just that much faster. 75 happiness might overall be better, but because I'm trying to just get this completed as fast as I can, I think I want to focus on that. All right, have this guy's attack. And then you're fine. You just hang out. And I'm not bothering to repair like the mines or these farms or anything, because the second that I do, they're just gonna get pillaged again. It's basically useless at that point. I'm just wasting money, because it costs. If we go here, it costs 24 gold or a whole turn to repair stuff. So it's really not worth it when you have other enemy units in range. We just need to get a great steel done so we can get back to focusing on building up the military like I was earlier. Alright. Oh, we found somebody else. The Mississippians. By led by Jose Rizal.
Makata. Pintor. Revolucionario.
Yeah, we want to be friendly with him. Alright, he's friendly with her. So yeah, we want to try our best to be friendly with Jose and Truntrek, because they are both friendly with each other. That means we would we could make a nice three-way alliance there, and then maybe I could drag in Lafayette. We'll see. I don't know, what's his relationship with the others? Just neutral. Okay. Oh, he's here. That is interesting, because that means that Jose could expand southeast and possibly be on our borders, right? Because we kind of want to be up in this area. And if we were to expand here and settle here, we would be on his borders. So could be future conflict, but for now we're going to try and keep things civil. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah. Just need to defend ourselves, just need to protect ourselves from Segunya down here. And it looks like they're retreating, so. Alright, let's take a look. A little bit risky to be next to an active volcano, because it could explode or erupt and kill my poor scout. I'm hoping it doesn't, as we get a nice search off. Oh, and especially because there's a goody hut. Oh, we want to get that. I mean, my Dow could end up getting it, I guess. You know what? I just want to check just to see if there's a goody hut over here. Okay, there isn't. That's good to know. Oh, this is not ideal. Let's go around this way. Hopefully this is an island and it's not connected at all to Jose's territory, because then we actually could knock out the independent power here, or befriend them, I guess, and take over this island with Mount Kilimanjaro. That would be pretty good. Let's go here. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's destroy this unit. We don't have to worry about it anymore. We get experience for our army commander. So that's very good. And now that I have an opportunity, I'm going to repair all of the stuff here. Shouldn't have to worry about Segunya coming back and destroying it anytime soon. Yeah, let's keep that the way it is. Alright, diplomatic action. Yeah, you can have open borders. I'm more than happy to do that. And take your 2 gold. Oh, Xerxes? Yeah, sure. I'll take your 2 gold. How are we doing? Wow, Jose has 45 gold? Jeez Louise. His science is crazy too. His happiness. I mean, Jose is a happiness leader, so that makes sense. We're not doing terrible in culture, though. Science is just really where we're hurting. Do I have, still government, or not government secret, still tech unlocked? Where is that? Is it in civics? Improve trade relations. Still government secrets. Wait, did I just miss it? Am I blind? Oh, it's right here. I'm so stupid. We want to get pottery into writing, and then I think we do the mastery, so it will increase our science on science buildings. And we can then use that to steal technological advancements. Because our science is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So we maybe want to focus on stealing science from other people. Okay. Yeah, go... Yeah, just go here as fast as you can. And then this guy... No real reason to send him further north, because my scout is just going to do all of that work for him. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go around here, just get a little bit of a better idea of what the ocean here looks like. Just for future reference, right? When we get to the exploration age, it could be useful. Oh, that's not good. Oh boy. A ship will, this galley will absolutely destroy my poor little scout. Retreat? Retreat? Alright. Oh my god, they're back. Are you joking? Go away. Hit them because they are lower health. And they will protect from that. Let's move up here and attack. Yeah, and they're super low health. Now, if these warriors do try and attack my slinger, I will win the battle. Alright. Oh! We got the coastal edifice, and we found another hostile nation, dude. This is crazy. Literally only one friendly independent power. You gotta be joking. Let's see. A burgeoning merchant outpost has been terrorized by frequent coastal storms. The opportunity for trade is ripe, but the risk is great without a seawall. We can shore up the outpost. We will lose science for 2 turns. But we get 100 gold. I mean, it's only 2 turns of gold, though. I mean, basically 2 turns, right? Because we're doing 49. I will just move on and take the 50 happiness. I don't want to lose the science. You know, our science research is so low anyways that it just doesn't feel worth it. And 50 happiness is still very good, so we appreciate that. Okay. Do I want to buy anything? Yeah, you know what? Let's repair the mine. Since we're standing on it, we're protecting it. Let's do that. Ooh, Durshurken. We are interested in building that, perhaps. Looks like they attacked my warriors. Yeah, and they took a good chunk of damage.
All are made of clay.
Alright, we got pottery done. So we got the brickyard, +1 food on plantations. Not a big deal. +1 production on clay pits. Not terrible, because we do have a clay pit over here. So, or that's a quarry. Shit. Do I have a clay pit? I thought I had one. Oh well. The main focus is that we needed it to get to writing. Okay. You know what? Let's send our Dow. Nah, it's just not worth it. It'll take so many turns. I'm gonna have my Dow just kind of hang out because I want to set up a trade route. Eventually, anyways. Let's go ahead and have our commander. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'll use the Slainer because the Slainer is gonna knock them out. Here we go. Now we get the promotion I was talking about earlier. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it this stream or beginning of next stream, but we do in fact get it. Right here, we can promote our army commander. So Bastion, which is very focused on defense, Assault, very focused on offense, and you can choose a ranged or melee route. Logistics, which is very focused on like your production, right? Gold and whatnot. Getting bonuses from pillaging and stuff like that. So it's got like a bunch of random stuff that kind of are all about your resources in a way. Maneuvering, all about speed, and then leadership is going to give you some bonuses to yields, bonuses to healing. So also, if you're unfamiliar, your commanders can be destroyed. They can be killed, but they never go away forever. They do recover over time. And this is what the leadership resilience bonus here is. It reduces the recovery time for your commanders by 50%, so that's pretty nice. If you find yourself constantly having your commanders killed, you might want to go down the leadership tree. I think, I don't know if it's the meta, but I think the one that I find to be the best is to just go for Assault. And the reason is because, first off, the very first Assault tab here, the very first upgrade in the tech tree, or commander tree or whatever, is it lets you unpack units from this commander and then move. So normally, right, if you were to pack your commander, like with this Slinger, for example, I then wanted to unpack them, that would be it. That would be their whole turn. But now that I have the initiative bonus there, I can then unpack and attack immediately. So it's incredibly good. I feel like it's probably just universally recognized as the best thing to get for your units, but I could be wrong. Okay, if this guy attacks, they will lose. I'm going to have you retreat. And then if this warrior wants to come forward and attack this unit, he will probably die or be very close to it. So we're in a pretty good spot there. This scout... What am I going to do with you, dude? I really don't have anywhere to send him. I could just destroy him, I guess, but... You know what might be pretty good, actually? Is to send him over here and act and use the lookout ability. So that I have sight on, like, this area. Or, like, this area. So I have an idea of if I'm ever going to be attacked by one of these two nations. I think that might be what I do. Because I would like to go here and grab this goody hut. But I think my scout's just going to die. I think he's going to get obliterated by the warriors that are there. So let's just head back to Matara. Play it safe. This guy... I could head further up, but that is obviously close to a independent power that's hostile. And it's coastal, which means they might have ships that could kill my scout. So we're going to go this way instead. Alright, traders have come ashore bearing the wisdom of faraway places. Scholars back home would stumble over themselves to hear these stories. We could pass the tales on. for 45 science, which is, great for us because our science production is terrible. Or we could mine the stories for information. 45 influence is incredibly strong. It's the most rare resource in the game. And it would be, what, 4-ish turns? About 4 turns versus about 5 turns, right? Or 4 turns, excuse me. They're both 4 turns. What am I talking about? The science would be fantastic. But I can do some more interesting things with the influence, and it's just harder to come by. So I'm going to go ahead and mine the stories for information. Let's get some influence going. Alright. 4 more turns till we get the Great Steel build. And I think that might be where we end the stream for tonight. Is maybe if we get the Great Steel build. Go a little bit longer just because we had some hiccups there. if any of you were around, you know. All of a sudden my stream was like, what if we just crashed? But we got it figured out and we're rolling nice and smooth now. Yeah, let's just send him this way. Kind of up the coast here. Take a look and see what we can find. And this Dow, I'm going to send here, and he'll just hang out. This guy is scouting. Let's get him back on land, because you have to be on land to be able to use your search function. Okay, and you know what? Let's go ahead and focus fire. That should knock them out. Perfect. And then this guy, I'm going to have you just heal. You're just going to heal up. And you... Oh, you can actually reach this ship. So yeah, Segunya is sending boats now to mess with us. So let's attack them. And instead of building a Dow, I'm just going to purchase one. 200 gold. I think it's worth it. Because we want to get the Great Steel done, then we want to do the altar, and then we want to get a monument. Like, we have a bunch of other things we want to build that are more important. Oh, nice. I don't know, building a second Dow maybe caused this narrative event? Seafarers tell of encounters with beautiful beings, part human, part fish, who lure sailors to watery graves with their enchanting songs. We can gain 25 culture by warning the people of this danger, or 25 science by just talking about how the sailors must be crazy. This is, 2+ turns of science versus just 1 turn of culture, so we're going to go ahead and take the science. Ah, a story to tell. Satisfied at last, the writer sits down their quill. They have spent countless hours writing down words only to scratch them out and rewrite them. All will be worth it if just one reader finds joy in this text. So this narrative event is guaranteed in every playthrough, I think. And it always gives you the option to choose a codex or choose 75 influence, because the codex is obviously what we want to try and get the legacy path finished, right? I think you almost always want to take the codex. Maybe there's situations where you want the 75 influence, because you technically can get 10 codices, which is, I think you need 10, right? Or 12, or however many it is. Legacy path. Yeah, 10 codices. If we look at the technology and go to the different masteries, right? There's one codice right here. The codice is the little, scroll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this gives you 2, so that gives you 8 codices. You can get another codice from coming through right here. Literacy gives you 1 codice. That would be 9. So you don't absolutely have to take this codice to get your 10th, but it is generally what you want to do, I think, with this narrative event. So we're going to go ahead and do that. There are other ways to get codices, like other narrative events could pop up, or there are some civic trees, like for civilizations, right? That have codices, I think. We don't, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that you almost always want to take that codice to basically guarantee that you're going to get 10, as long as you can, you know, progress up the tech tree. And at the very least, it's still good to have because it works towards you, you know, getting to even the first level of codices, right? All right, we've got some defenses up. We're playing nice with everybody. Hopefully we'll be able to set up some trade routes soon. I'm going to move this army commander here. And then I want to move... I want to swap these guys so that I can then attack and attack. And, oh, so I didn't mention this earlier. But if you look at the army commander, he has a little outline here, this little white outline. This is the range at which people can give him experience if they attack in his range or are attacked. So that's why I positioned him like this, so that these two slingers are both in his range. And now they're going to attack their separate entities and give him some XP. I don't know if I want to move this guy. I want him to heal. And he should be okay because the cliffs are here. So I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and... I could grab the other piece of this natural wonder, but I want to go up here and get silk. So I'm just going to grab this because it'll give me the other tile right here for this town. We're going to do that. Now we're getting 1 food, 2 production, a culture, and a happiness. And then, yeah, next time we will look to grab the silk, and then we'll probably go ahead and get the second part of the natural wonder. And then we'll look to maybe expand a little bit more on the east here with this town. Maybe even upgrade it to a city soon. We'll see. 400 gold. The cost to upgrade a town to a city goes down with the population, but there is a minimum that it can be. I think it's 200 in the Antiquity Age. I'm not sure, but also notice that Lafayette is now very helpful with us. Our relationship has exceeded 60 plus 60, right? And so that means we are now helpful, and that is when we are at the state where we can form an alliance. So you do have to be careful, because sometimes the second you see another civilization, or another leader, I should say, become helpful with you, if you immediately try and make an alliance, they might reject it, and it's kind of bizarre. So I tend to not try and form an alliance. I want to wait for them to kind of offer it to me. Let's get this scout up here. Yeah, a lot of rivers, so we're going to send him here next, and then kind of up this way. Check out, see what's up over here. Alright, this Dow is hanging out. Let's put him here, and yeah, can't form a trade route yet. I'm just going to have him sit there and just hang out. Let's go here, and then do a search action. Oh my god, dude, are you joking? Another hostile independent power? What the hell, dude? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. We know there's a 4th one over here. There's 5, there's 6. 7. Jeez. 7 hostile independent powers that I know of. There could be more. There could be another one. So rude. Okay, and we have this Dow who can go and attack. And you see our Dow has a +4 combat strength bonus because it is on the coast. This guy has a penalty because he's damaged. we go ahead and do a ton of damage. Look at that, 32 to 20. This is going to be, yeah, this Dow is going to do a great job protecting our coast and then attacking Segunya soon, because I think we might want to start going on the offensive now. We have 3 military units that we can pack into our commander, right? We could pack 4. I could look to buy another military unit, maybe. And then also just the fact that we have naval supremacy is going to be so good. It's going to really count as like basically having 2 units in a way, having naval superiority. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next turn. Oh yes, I have this scout as well. I want to kind of put him over here, I think, so keep an eye on things. Yep, and you can see they are retreating. Let's go ahead and heal. I want to pack you into my commander. I want you to heal. I want you to just hang out. And I want you to destroy this ship. Very nice. And we get a narrative event for that. Waves of enthusiasm. Local leaders have heard the raucous cheers of the Dow's sailors at the defeat of their enemies and wish to build Dows of their own. Soon, numerous engineers are requesting that the Dow remain in port for a time to be studied as a model. So we could gain a 25% production bonus towards producing the Dow, or we could get 50 gold. Now this, I think, isn't that great. 25% production bonus is crazy good. However, if we go right here into Axum, right? It's only 4 turns to produce the Dow, so 25% bonus, it would be, what, 1 turn? 3 turns? How much are we really saving? 50 gold, I mean, it's only 1 turn of gold, but that is immediate. I can do something with that. Like, buy another Dow. Like, why do I have to build one when I could just buy one? So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And here we go. Lafayette wants to ally with us. We're going to go ahead and say yes. Now that we're allied, we have a better chance of making some deals with him, right? Some of these diplomatic endeavors. Let's send our scout here and over here. And hopefully Lafayette, we can kind of get him friendly with Trontrac and with Jose Rizal, so that we can all kind of team up, have a nice trade network going on, make a ton of gold, and we don't have to worry too much about war. And if war does come, probably from Xerxes, we could fend him off. But yeah, what do I want to do about Elon over here? I mean, I guess we just fucking run for it. Oh yeah, there's an enemy right there. Okay. And that's from Elon. Okay, good. If that was going to be from another independent power, I was going to lose it. I was going to be like, what are you talking about? I don't know why my relationship with Lafayette suddenly went down. Oh, leader agenda? What's its agenda? Oh, I don't have a lot of quarters, I guess. Okay. Let's put my scout out here. And we are coming up on finishing the Great Steel. There is a chance that someone finishes it before us, right? I think the way that the game works in solo is that you basically are like first player, and then the AI just goes after you. So the AI are all about to go. They could build it before us. Hopefully not. Let's pray to God. Or what's our pantheon? The fish? We're gonna play to Poseidon. Pray to Poseidon. Or maybe Tiamat? Was Tiamat Axum? Or Babylonia? I can't remember. But I know they were like kind of an ocean god in a way. I only know a little bit about Tiamat because I play a lot of D&D. Oh, another ship coming towards us. Okay.
May the might of the Lord cause was no enemy to resist me.
And there it is, folks.
No
Beautiful
enemy
stuff.
to follow me.
We built the Great Steel, or Great Stele. Again, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. The little time lapses of things being built are cool. I think they were better in Civ 6, Civ 5, but these are still nice. And I love the beautiful effects and everything. Very cool. All right, and we're gonna get 200 gold. Yep, all of a sudden we went from 3 to 500. Very nice indeed. All right, let's move our scout, and then we'll get ready to wrap things up here for the stream, I think. I'm someone who, when I am playing a game, I want to, like, finish everything I had in mind and then save and then come back the next time. And it's like, when I start to play, I can just kind of, I don't have all of the stuff on the screen that's like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. So let's go ahead and move here. Yulan is undefended, which is kind of funny. And then this scout, we're going to tell him to look out. And then I got this Dow, but I want you to heal because you're a little hurt. So I need you to heal up and then defend. I don't think I need them anymore. Durshurkin could be interesting. But I think I think it's more important at the moment to get the altar and then the monument built. Because that'll help my... Altar will help my production, monument will help my culture and influence, which is very good. And maybe... Do I want to look to buy anything? The altar here is not that good, because we have God of the Sea, so it won't do anything for this guy, really. The 3 happiness is still good, you know, don't get me wrong. Fishing key, I definitely want to build soon, but I don't think yet, because we don't have anything here quite at the moment. Let's go ahead and... You know what? Why don't we save up the money so that when we finish the altar, we can buy a monument, right? And just plop it down. And then maybe that means that we are going to start production on Durshurkin. Maybe that's what we do next. Must be placed adjacent to a district. So I would need to have a second building here. Or wait a minute. No, I wouldn't. Just needs to be adjacent to any urban district, I guess. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Alright. But I think that is going to be it for this stream. Went a little bit longer. Or at least past the time that I would usually go, just because we had a little bit of technical difficulties there. But I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Thank you to the raiders who showed up. That was incredible. Like, that was so cool. I don't even know what to say. I was so surprised. Like, just kind of hanging out, doing my thing, you know, and then we get hit with, like, whatever it was. We had like 15, 17 viewers at one point. And you all helped me reach my followers goal as well. So thank you. I appreciate that. Up to 10 followers. Wow. Very, very cool. If you like hanging out with me and you're not a follower yet, please go ahead and give a follow. I would really appreciate it. I also have a YouTube channel as well you can check out. We have a lot of different content there. TCG Card Shop Simulator, Peak, Shadows of Doubt, Water Park Simulator, Dead by Daylight. And speaking of which, I will be streaming Dead by Daylight tomorrow. So if you're interested, if you want to come check out some of the Halloween event, come hang out with me. I am a killer main. I play Singularity. He's my boy. We will be streaming that tomorrow. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me today. I'm kind of speechless in a way. It was a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed playing Civ 7, getting to hang out with all of you. I appreciate you just, you know, spending time with me. So, hope you enjoyed. But until then, I'll see you next time.